Hello, friends, and welcome to the DayOne show, episode 301. That feels weird to say. I don't know if it rolls off of the tongue just yet, but we're going to roll with it. It's a show, it's a podcast, it's all about the video games, because we're a fiercely independent and reader-supported publication. It's only made possible by you fucking lovely lot. So big shout out to everybody, particularly to our MVPs, executive producers, especially our grand benefactors, Kart56, Assassin, and the incredibly generous Kevin S. We'll talk about you in a minute, sir. And of course, our wonderful CEO, who is always generous, Mr. Torn Raptor. For this new episode of a new era, no pun intended, I'm joined by the one and only Special Nick.
What's going on?
Yeah, we're back. Everything's fine and normal.
Should I do something new now that we're...
What's happening?
How do you do, fellow kids?
You need a backwards cap.
And I am older than everyone. So it works. Sense to say that.
Even though you look far younger than both of us.
Yeah, you bastard. And joining us, as always, is reviews editor, lead producer, and man of many hats, Jesse Norris. Welcome, one and all. It's lovely to be back with our new look, as we are preparing for all the new things coming our way in the months ahead. How is chat doing? The chat is here.
I just
starting off slow. We're just bringing them in. Nick's turned his camera off just
remember,
to build up the reveal.
Welcome, Twitch.
Get the chat chanting.
We're back on Twitch.
More Nick, more Nick, more Nick. Like that. The anticipation. I am surprisingly high energy considering how jet lagged I am. Which is very. I got back from DICE yesterday afternoon at 2 p.m. Picked up my daughter from school. Went to bed at 3. Woke up at 5. Stayed up till 9. Took a melatonin. Went to bed again. Woke up at 2 a.m. Had the quietest cup of coffee ever. Played some High on Life. And then went back to bed at 6. And that was pretty much my day. And now we're here.
Nice.
Yeah. I feel like I've beaten it though. Like I feel like I'm all right. So that's good. We'll get into all of that. But it's lovely to see everybody in the chat. Thanks for everybody tuning in. How's everyone coping since our announcement last week? How's everyone
coping and seething?
Are they seething? Are they huffing
like 3 people?
and hopium?
Almost no one in general has been. It's actually been pretty great.
Only 66 watching.
Those numbers are low, man.
There's 5 more on Twitch. Don't be nice. Or don't be mean. There's 5 more on Twitch.
I'm not being mean. I'm just saying, like, obviously the rebrand has affected the numbers in a negative way.
Nah, it always starts off a little bit quiet. It's the risky run.
We don't do the going live thing anymore because that just kills the YouTube VOD watching. So we gotta vamp a little now when we go live.
A little bit of vamping. I'm all for it.
I can.
It's fine with me. Yeah. How was your day, Nick? Vamp a little.
I had a very busy day yesterday. That's why I had a High on Life 2 pre-installed, and I was like, I really want to play it before we do the show. And Saturday was the only day I could play it. But the issue is, it was Valentine's Day yesterday, so I was very busy. So I went out for breakfast with the missus, and from there, that was it. Didn't stop. Son's basketball game, daughter's basketball game, goddaughter's birthday party. So I managed to squeeze in like an hour or so yesterday. So at least I've played something of it. But had a very, very full-on day yesterday, right up until the night. Super chat. Highlanders Grim. With you till the end. Have a great weekend. Thanks, mate.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for that.
Someone has pointed out in chat that, lads, it is February the 14th. It is the Valentine's Day for the majority of the Western Hemisphere.
Yeah, I know, but mine was yesterday.
I know. But they're saying that's why there's not many people on right now. It's because they're out with their significant others.
They know our target audience, so they know that's bullshit.
That's true. None of you are happy and settled down. Come on now.
I kid.
I'm sure that's not true.
I kid because I care.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it is Valentine's Day. Did you guys get anything for your partners, Nick?
No, she gets mad at me if I do.
I got a card, and she made a good point when I got off the plane. She came to pick me up at Heathrow, and she went, as we were driving back, and I'm sitting there like this, like trying to not fall asleep. She's like, you know it's Valentine's Day tomorrow, right? And I was like, yeah. She's like, I did get you a card. I was like, but I haven't got you anything. was just up front. There was no point trying to disguise it. I was like a bit busy, you know. And she's like, well, you picking up Harriet later? You can get something at the shop. So she got me, and I'll do this for the benefit of the camera. She got me this one, which says, of all the weird things I've found on the internet, you're my favourite. That's nice, isn't it? That's nice. I got her, so I'm going for a slightly, I would have gone ruder, but they didn't have any. I got her I love you to bits, I love you to pieces, and inside it says, I also love your bits and pieces.
Ooh.
Gross.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
It wasn't my favourite, I'll be honest with you. The last... I shouldn't say that at the beginning of the show. I can't say that on air. She would also kill me. Let's stop there. Let's stop there. If I want to have a Valentine's Day to celebrate next year.
Didn't bring anything back from Vegas, as good old Collingwood asks?
I did bring back something
just
from
chlamydia.
Yeah. No,
an
like thankfully,
AK-47.
health was good all around in Vegas. I picked up my kids in the Vegas airport. And I'm sure I'm going to try and bring this up on camera here, because I know I sent a picture of it. Yes, I bought them each one of these. I don't know if you can see that on camera there. That is a lolly with a dead cricket in it.
Yeah.
What are you doing in America? Explain to me what that is about.
They've been pushing the crickets as food thing for a while because we're on the verge of a global collapse.
Oh, okay, cool. My kids were not impressed. I was just like, Harriet went for it. She was like, and then she got to like where she could like brush her tongue against the leg, a hairy leg of a cricket. And she was like, yeah, I'm out. Wow. She couldn't continue.
Yeah, they're normally, it's more street food in some countries, but here it's powder. And they make a powder for like protein bars and drinks and stuff out of them.
Yeah, it's kind of gross, but I got them that. I got some popping candy, but I didn't have much to get really. I can see in the chat. Did I do any gambling? I didn't. However, I was present when one of the team from the Insider Gaming crew, on a whim, did a smidgen of gambling with virtually no idea of what he was doing. I believe he just said, I just doubled it every time. He walked away with over $1,000.
So that has to be Mike then.
No. Mike?
Tom?
Yeah.
Really? Tom doesn't know how to gamble?
No, knows how to play specifically craps. I don't know how to play craps. Even after watching Mike, I was like...
Craps. I can play poker, I can play blackjack.
Yeah.
I can't play craps, no.
Yeah, and Mike played craps and kind of showed him how to do it. And I always think, from the UK perspective, the name is ridiculous. But then they had the machines that were crapless craps, which is just you press a button, then the dice just go do, 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 do. And Tom just was like, put $200 in. He walked away with 1,360 something. And he was like,
that's when they're waiting for you at the door, and they want to break your legs until you go back and lose all of it.
Break your legs, yeah.
It was impressive. So yeah, it was. I didn't do any gambling. I don't have money for such things, to be honest. But it was. I mean, do we want to start the show talking about dice? It's up to you guys. I don't mind talking about dice, seeing as the subject's here. Get it out of the way.
I thought we'd talk about what we've been playing, but okay.
Yeah, it was just
dice isn't really news.
It's not really news. I'm vamping until
what John was
Jesse
playing
says,
was the game of
life.
Yeah.
I went to DICE 2026. And it's not really a show for us consumers of video games. It's very much a business and networking affair in a very true sense of the word. There's lots of schmoozing and partnerships and things like that. Ooh. Speaking of partnerships, Stone King just dropped 5.
Yeah. And he got one himself.
That's funny.
How does that work?
I pressed the wrong button.
I guess we can himself. Have we talked about that the YouTube memberships should work as the lowest tier of the website membership yet?
That is the plan, yes.
So
even if worst case scenario, even if we have to manually assign the membership tag to those members and track it in some form, because YouTube of all things, which is why, to be fair to us, we've always encouraged everyone to head to Patreon because it was the best way. But obviously with memberships, we're taking it all on ourselves. So.
He did another one to make up for himself getting one.
To make up for the one he took himself? What if he gets another one stacked?
That'd be funny.
He's got a couple of multiple accounts.
It went to Chill Robots.
Chill Robots got it.
Chill Robots got it.
But the new website looks amazing once it's ready. I cannot wait. But the best perk of going to Playday.one, probably / memberships, will be no ads if you are a member.
Zero ads.
It's so nice. It's so nice to not have ads.
0 ads. None whatsoever. It's going to be glorious, actually.
And it's so good looking.
I'm going to pay it just so I don't have to see any ads. But yeah, like D.I.C.E was super cool. I attended Vince Zambella's quite touching memorial, which had Jeff Keighley, Phil Spencer, Todd Howard, and Laura Meal speak about Vince and his life and his achievements and his personality. It was genuinely, like, the room was packed. It was very touching. There was like a couple of people, like there was one guy kind of obnoxiously nearby, like his laptop was just flashing and he was just auto transcribing everything, presumably for some article for whoever. But like for the most part, it was very quiet. It was very respectful. Phil was the only one that didn't use an auto cue thingy, whatever, teleprompter. That's the word I'm looking for.
He is. We will never get another person in that level of gaming executive space that is as natural on mic as him, I don't think.
Yeah. I am a human.
Man.
Error. But it was really cool. It was cool to see people. Lots of networking, lots of our peers in the space. Some of whom spoke to us, some of whom did not. But some really good conversations with different industry people. And obviously, yes, I was out there pitching, wheeling and dealing to try and get Console Wars, the card game, made into a thing that requires funding and all of that fun stuff. Some really good meetings is all I can say right now. But I left happy. It was definitely, out of the 2 DICE that I've been to, this one was great. I wish we could have stayed an extra day, to be honest. But I really, really enjoyed it. Flight home was horrific. It's like a stopover in Chicago.
Really?
Yeah, it was like a 4-hour flight, and I was squeezed next to a sorry, very large American man. But he was, and I was just like this in the middle seat. And then there was a really tall old guy next to me on this side, and I'm just like sardined for 4 hours. And then I get off, and then it's like a 2-hour wait for the trip home, which was less unpleasant. But it was worth it, man. It was worth it. I enjoyed it. But yeah.
Catch up with Din?
I did briefly catch up with Dim, and I did get invited to go to the Double Down, which is apparently a LA punk rock dive bar. But I think everybody ended up chickening out because we're all old. we played Console Wars in the Money Line, which is a kind of like a pizza restaurant inside the Aria Casino, until silly o'clock, which was fun, and I won, so that's always good. But they were like, "You're not gambling, are you?" I was like, "No, just with fans, just with fans." Yep. Anyways, we've hit that magical number. Let's talk about some video game stuff, shall we? We'll start off with what we've been playing this week. Nicholas, let's start with you.
As I mentioned earlier, I tried very, very hard to get some High on Life 2 time in, which I did. And how far am I in? I just got to spoilers kind of, but I just got to like the base, Jesse and John.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the first thing you get after you complete the opening tutorial, essentially.
Yeah,
it is.
For reference, I've only played
section
3 hours or so you're not far behind me.
Yeah. So I did the whole intro section tutorial, which was somewhat jarring in the way it kept flipping and changing, and this narratively, I totally get why the intro is like that. And even from a gameplay perspective, I get why the intro is like that. It's actually quite clever.
It's smart.
In execution is quite clever, but playing it and experiencing it for me was also somewhat jarring in a way. It's weird. It was a very weird experience for me because I completely understand why they did it that way. Like, that intro is trying to do a lot of things. So they've clearly designed it in a way that says, okay, maybe not everyone played High on Life, so this intro is going to sort of give them some background on the first game, maybe be a refresher for the people that did play it, but we also need to introduce some mechanics for people that haven't played it, but maybe a refresher for the people. Like, it's the
American
Ninja
do
a lot.
Course.
Yeah, yes. It's trying to do a lot of things for a lot of people. So I totally get why it starts the way it starts. I just found it somewhat jarring. I don't know how many people got the achievement right at the start of the game. Thankfully, my OCD allowed me to get it and not skip it, because that would have been an annoying achievement to go back.
Was it the one that got
get.
a proper belly laugh from me, where it's like, you can't break the bounty hunter code?
No, he did everything. It's a Nick achievement where he went and he watched everything in the museum.
So I didn't know the achievement was real. My OCD kicked in, and I went to every display in the museum and pushed the red button to hear it tell me what the story was behind that thing in the museum.
Smart.
And when I got to the last one, achievement popped and said that I'm a PhD in something because I checked out everything in the museum. I'm like, yes, my OCD
you're off to a good start.
Yes.
Well, as a heads up, if you've got to the bit where you get to go, because the game starts where your sister has become a rebel,
revolutionary,
pro-human terrorist, effectively, and she finds out that there's a company trying to make humans legal to smoke and dose themselves with.
Turn them into a pill.
The reveal trailer is all about humans a pro.
Yeah.
Yes.
But there's a bit where, the bounty comes out on your sister, and you're like, oh shit, I've got to go help. And then all the bounty hunters turn up as you've confronted her, and they're like, whoa, it's the G3 killer. We better let him do his thing. You're not gonna not kill her, are you? And then they're like that. And if you kill her, which I did, I just shot her, but ding, started rolling credits, and it just went, that was easy. And I was like, what?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
That was a thing.
It is a game made by really fun people, like really funny people who also really know video game tropes. And every trope you think you can send up, they've probably thought of it too, and you can. Like they are all up on it.
That's very good.
It didn't even occur to me to do that. I did that with the old man. There was a path I needed to get through, and there was an old man who's like, please, it's my last day on the job. I don't want to make it. I just shot him, and he's like, oh, that was easy. And you just walk on through.
I tried to negotiate with him and everything.
I'm trying to get around him.
You use Sweezy's bubble, and you can walk right by him.
Yes.
Yes. I'm going to give you a little hint. You probably should have.
Oh no!
No,
it's not you're screwed thing. It's your choices might matter.
It's funny Jesse says that because I had a funny feeling that was going to be the case. Like, I shot him and I immediately felt bad, and I'm like, I have a feeling that's going to come back later. The fact that I shot him.
Oh, that is great. I love that.
The attention to detail in this is second to none. It is just, and when we talked with Alec Robbins about it, it's like, they really like video games, but also they really like improv and writing, and they know all the tropes to go after. They know how to subvert them in a funny way instead of just subverting for subverting's sake. But yeah, it was a very weird review process on this one. I know it's soft looking on console, but it didn't bother me. I guess I'm just really used to Unreal Engine 5 games on consoles. It looks and runs.
I've always liked the soft look.
Yeah, like it looks and runs fine, I think, on a Series X. It has some cutbacks on Series S that people might think are too much, but it's a going on 5 years old $300 machine, which you actually could have gotten earlier today on Woot for $170. They sold out real quick. I think overall it looks great. It has run fine for me both. Like I was well over 100 FPS most of the time on PC. It felt fine
okay for me.
Yeah, like it
it's an odd one. We were chatting before we went live. Go on, sorry.
I was going to say, the Digital Foundry review wasn't really a tech review, and it was almost entirely about the PlayStation version. And they barely talked about the Series X, but like the Series X one has a better resolution and more consistent frame rate than PS5 Pro. And so the PS5 and the PS5 Pro one are wonky, and people aren't too thrilled about it.
Yeah, I've had a couple of crashes, and a couple of glitchy animations. Yeah, just odd little things.
Is that on PC or on console?
On PC. And it's funny, like if you look at my screenshots this morning, and I kind of feel bad about this now, is I was playing earlier on and I took some ultra wide screenshots of the game, and I just tweeted out like, oh, this looks quite pretty. But if you actually look at them and zoom in, and as I was playing, I was like, this doesn't look right still. And there was like this weird like Doppler effect, like grain on like certain surfaces and stuff. And I'm like,
isn't that the chromatic aberration?
Nope. And I went back into the settings. And bear in mind, I'm running this on this rig. It was running everything on very high, so the highest setting. I had no DLSS, no frame gen, nothing turned on, no upscaling at all. And I was like, I wonder what's doing this. So I started playing around the settings. And all I did was turn upscaling on and then turn it on to, quality mode, because it will manage the frames just fine. And now I get a crystal clear, perfect image. Whereas before I was getting this really kind of, it was like there was a fuzz to everything. Like all the fine edges had this kind of fuzz, and materials looked kind of shimmery. So I was like, well, holy shit, now it looks really pretty. So I shouldn't have posted those screenshots. They're a worse version of what I'm currently playing. But yeah, I think let's be clear, like you got review code on a Monday? You had the game done by Wednesday. I got review code
on Monday at 2:00, and I had to have the review done by Wednesday evening. So I did not get to do what I would have liked to have done with all of the lot of exploration you can do in Circuit Arcadia, because unlike the first game, this game is mostly in one location, but that location is gigantic and has multiple parts. You do eventually go to a couple other places like Con, the planet of conventions that we did in the preview. Maybe you go to Earth, who knows? There's a lot of variety to the locations, even though it's essentially one planet most of the time, though it is a Halo ring world, and they literally just call it a Halo ring world.
We're doing a Halo thing here. Really? I will say, I watched your review, and I already know that I'm going to love this. I like this kind of humor. I appreciate not everybody does.
This is more palatable humor for the public than I think the first one. It's less, I'm just going to go for 10 minutes on the same joke and riff. There's still plenty of that. I think more people will like this, so go ahead.
I also think the skate
is still knifey.
Knifey is still knifey.
I'm
stabbing someone.
Yeah, fucking kill him. Yeah, fuck this guy. Yeah,
it's like everyone loves knifey.
There's a bit at the beginning where it's like, fuck, am I getting bored of knifing people?
Yeah. That was my favorite part of that intro sequence, where it's introducing all the controls back to you, and you've got that part where you're flashing back to the moments you assassinated people with knifey.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I found it fun to just like, some people I let them talk for a while. Others were like, fine, do it. And I'd go bang straight away. And then others were like, yeah, I kind of knew this time was coming. Blah, blah, blah. Let him talk for a bit. And then bang, just stab him in the face.
I think that's the thing. Like, this is a game that will just make you chuckle a lot. Like even the death animations with knifey, like a melee animation is like you do a soft slap and their whole character's like, and then you just slice their neck.
Yeah. It's good. And I've always loved that real PBR physical based rendering look that it's got.
Yeah.
But then I've always liked the softer image. I used to love how the Ratchet and Clank games on PS3 had a really nice soft image to them. I don't know, I've always liked it.
I think they've done a great job so far, and I look forward to, I'm going to be fiercely trying to play through it this weekend before more things need to be done.
Your deluge continues before
Monday.
GDC.
Yeah. It's really good. I'm definitely looking forward to getting stuck in more. Another thing that I don't think you've played this week yet, Jesse, but me and Nick have had a little dabble with.
Yes.
Is the replaced demo.
That demo is what I played at Gamescom.
Yeah, it's
Are you sure? That's not what I played at Game. Oh, hold on, Gamescom 2025.
Yeah, this year.
Yeah.
Last year at Gamescom, this is what I played.
Yeah. See, I played the 2024 demo, and this one was very different to that one.
Yeah, this is pretty much what I played, I think. For my preview, it's just a shinier version of it.
It is.
I mean, there's a reason it's on my most anticipated list. I think it's in the top 5 of games this year.
And before, for anyone who's watching who's played the demo, and it's funny, look at the timing on that comment from Thomas Brush, very clunky and heavy. I was just about to say, before anyone says, hey, Nick, don't be a hypocrite, you hate games that are heavy and this, that, the other.
He was saying this before we went live, just to be very clear.
Replaced is different. Replaced is heavy by design. Like the entire game's combat, its movement, everything about Replaced has been designed around this heaviness. It's not clunk. It's not clunk. I made it through this whole demo without being hit once. If it was clunky and poorly designed, I would have kept dying. This has been designed this way very, very specifically, which is why I could make it through without getting touched. It's like a dance. There's a rhythm to it.
Yeah.
Like there's an encounter like this. So the one you're seeing on screen now is 4 dudes. There's one later with like 8 dudes.
And it feels so cool when you just like...
you just jump and then hit and then jump and hit, jump again. And it's like a rhythm. It's not a... I'm not going to say it's almost like a rhythm game. But there is a dance and a rhythm to it. And it is... the way it's been executed is brilliant.
I've been playing a game that tries to do that and fails. Which we can talk about later.
We'll talk about it in a sec.
Yes.
But yeah. Replaced, man. Whoa.
Yes. So yes, Thomas Brush, I totally get what you mean by it's heavy, but it's purposely heavy, and they've done it very, very well.
They've also done the 3D models masquerading as 2D really well.
Yeah, like the 2D HD thing, like Square does, but in 2D.
Unlike
on a
another
2D
game
plane.
that I've been playing again.
Yeah. So yes, it is like Square's 2D HD, but instead of isometric or top down, it's obviously side scrolling. And yeah, I still see people on Twitter going, "What about the last night?" Don't worry about the last night. We have Replaced. Like, don't worry about it.
Yeah, this is actually a real game from real devs and not what feels like just a scam from a weirdo.
Just play Replaced. That demo, if this demo doesn't get you excited for this game, I don't know what else could.
Yeah. I am so pumped to play this through. Like
visually, it's
so unique looking. And if you noticed, and I'm surprised I don't see more people commenting on it. It's always presented in 21:9. It's always got the black bars top and bottom.
I didn't even notice. I was so enthralled I didn't even notice until you just said it now.
Sign. Yep. Which is like great for me on this monitor, right? The only thing that I remember, and I haven't tried the demo on the new demo on my Ally yet, but the only thing that I was like, hey, that you need to be aware of is like, this is a really good handheld game. And believe me, like I played like when I first got access to it, the developer very kindly dropped me a code for this preview. This is like the footage that I did last time. I downloaded it at the airport on Cologne Wi-Fi on Steam and played it in the 45-minute hour hop home to the UK. And it played flawlessly. I was like, okay, this is a great handheld game as well. But the one thing that they overlooked or wasn't in that particular build was being able to increase the font size so that things were a little bit more legible in terms of buttons and icons and things. And he said, we'll take care of that. So I look forward to checking to see if that's in this build. But it's so close, March 12th, like very, very soon.
And I don't know how long the demo is. I haven't actually beat it yet. Or did I beat it?
It's like 20, 30 minutes.
I think I remember now.
Yeah, it's not long.
Maybe I did. I can't remember. But I got this amazing instant old school vibe from it where I got stuck for a minute. And I was like, man, it's like, and there's not going to be a guide for this. I'm like, shit,
I bet I can
I'm
guess.
Stuck.
Can I guess where you were stuck?
What do I fucking do here? Well, I got stuck twice. Once worse than the other time. But go, guess.
Is it where you've got depth of field to the environment and you can actually walk up the stairs, but you don't know yet that you can walk up the stairs.
No. I walked up the stairs straight away.
I didn't. I was like, where the fuck do I go?
Was it on jumping on the pipes and swinging before so you can push the box down?
That's where I got stuck. I'm like, how do I progress? And I'm walking back to the start, and then I'm walking forward again, and then I can't remember what I did, and I jumped up and went, oh my God, I can swing on that friggin' pole. And then just went...
Yeah, if you wait for a second next to the pole, it zooms out and the pole glints, I think.
Ah, okay. But I had one of those like old school game moments where I had to just figure it out and rack my brain figuring it out. And I was like, okay, I'm really going to enjoy this game. It's going to be so good. It's Game Pass as well, isn't it?
Yep. Xbox Game Pass, play anywhere.
Yeah. I think we're all going to be diving into that one.
I am going to play the shit out of this on my ASUS Republic of Gamers Xbox LIX Windows 11 handheld gaming PC device.
That's a good idea.
I'm going to be probably way too deep into Crimson Desert. And
you are going to be very Crimson Desert.
Well, I have no idea. I just saw like the PlayStation file size leaking. Twitter account said pre-order at 78 gigs on PS5 and the preload's 2 days before. And I'm like, I'm hoping that doesn't mean anything bad about when review code comes out because I want to do that one.
Yeah, fair. Fingers crossed. Like they said, they wanted you to have a month with it. What's the release date for Crimson Desert?
It's the middle of March. He said they were hoping for a month, but he could pretty much guarantee 2 weeks during the interview.
Oh, that's for you. That's like an eternity of video game completion.
Yeah, I had 2 weeks on Diablo 4, and I did 112 hours on a save that was I knew was going to be gone.
We were all like, Jesse, we need you to do some write-ups. No, I'm still playing Diablo 4, lads.
I've got more views than the rest of you already. Anyways, bye.
Anyways, outside of those wonderful things, what else have you been playing, Jesse? Because you had a little, and I want to talk about this specifically, you had a little present this week.
For those who are listening, there's a PS5, which is my son's, but there's now a Switch 2 with 2 Pro controllers, Donkey Kong Bonanza and the steering wheel thing for a Mario Kart World bundle. I still have the Xbox. It's over here. It's just a little cut off, I promise. Don't yell at me. So I'm now a Switch 2 owner, thanks to an unbelievably generous member of the community who's one of our Grand Benefactor patrons. It's insane. It was like, hey, by the way, their Best Buy near you? I was like, yeah, there's this one. Why? Boom, Switch 2. I'm like, okay. It was congratulations on the multi-plat. So I have been playing.
There's one thing I want to focus in on before you start talking about the games. I just want to understand how bitter Nick feels right now.
Well, I made the joke to him.
Switch 2.
Yeah, but you didn't get it for free. But also, I made the joke to him that now all the US Nintendo codes I get come to me, and he legitimately got mad in Discord.
I was like, not Mario Kart, not Mario Tennis. Mario Tennis is the one. Mario Tennis is the one I've been waiting for, and of course we have not got it. So I have not.
I'll keep trying. I'm trying to get us on the review list now.
I'm so hesitant to like buy it because I know my luck. I'll buy Mario Tennis today, and then Jesse's like, "Oh, look what just came in," and then there'll be a code. So I'm like, God, do I buy it? Do I not buy it? It's like 110 Australian dollars.
It's $70 US, I think. It's okay. It's reviewed all right. What reviewed pretty well.
Oh, I can't wait.
And I've had some fun with is the Mario Kart World that came with the console. It's all right. It looks okay. It runs fairly well. It's a solid little kart racer that's a lot worse than Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed.
It's not worse than Sonic. It is much better than
It's better than Sonic Racing Crossworlds. It's worse than Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. There's a difference.
I thought you were saying Crossworlds.
No,
I'm like,
Crossworlds is baby mode. And this game's not baby mode as much. It's more bullshit mode, as people know and love about the Mario Kart games. It's solid. The main one...
8 Deluxe is better. 8 Deluxe is probably a little bit better than World.
So many years worth of content in it now. I also jumped in. I tried to play some more Tears of the Kingdom. Technically astounding game. Everything about it pretty goddamn amazing. They pulled it off on a handheld and all this, whatever. It's really boring compared to Breath of the Wild. I don't know why. I loved Breath of the Wild. It's like a 9 out of 10, probably my favorite Switch game. Beat the whole thing in like a week before Christmas when we bought it for the kids, and I was like, I'm going to play this. And man was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'll wrap it all back up. I'm just gonna play and beat this. Shut up, idiot. I find Tears of the Kingdom to be better in every way and yet not as fun to play, and I can't put my finger on it.
It's not as fun.
Yeah, and it looks and runs.
I was disappointed.
So much better on the Switch too. Obviously, the textures for the world and everything are still very low, but their art design is so good. But the one that our fabulous Benefactor got for me is the weird, wacky, and wonderful Donkey Kong Bonanza. Looks nice, runs mostly well. For some reason, it's got this weird. I still don't understand why Pauline was this weird little rock creature with a voice that
Neither do I.
sounded like this. Hello, Donkey Kong. I'm a little rock lady, and it's just that game oozes weird and is very fun. I don't know if it's 92 out of 100 Metacritic fun, but maybe. I really enjoyed.
So much digging.
Yeah, I know.
So much digging.
It's an insanely repetitive game, but the thing you are repeating is very fun. So
it is. It was top 5 in my games of the year. I loved it despite my issues with it.
Yeah, and I
love the game.
I think it's better for me because I don't give a shit about 100%ing anything. I could not care less. Once I get enough to move on, I'm good. I've probably gone through the first 4 layers faster than you went through the first 1. Because I do not care about 100%ing anything. I don't care about achievements.
I couldn't move on.
That sounds like the worst way to play, especially with the one of the last bonanzas you get.
Yeah, because I screwed up. I should have got all the way to. If I had known that the elephant bonanza existed, I would have just made my way through, got the elephant, went back to the start, and then just sucked up everything. And
this is a game I will run into and play whenever I just want to have some good fun vibes time. It is quite solid. It is a lot more fun than the okay but pretty jank very first PS5 exclusive I'm reviewing, which is God
By the
of
way,
War.
Before you get to that, because we're talking about people being generous, what else did you get for Switch?
The very kind Nick B. Unfortunately, we're not on the same Wi-Fi, so it only does so much. But Nick put me in his NSO family.
Oh,
that's right.
And then we're like, we can share games, and then Nintendo's like, fuck you.
I got my Switch 2 last
You're not on the
year.
same
Like,
Wi-Fi.
what's going on?
I didn't realize. I went to send Jesse. What game was it? I went to send him a game to test it out, and then it's like, okay, put your Switch near his. I'm like, what?
Yeah, the virtual card system is dog shit. It's so bad.
I'm like, I can't just send him the game. Why? Why?
Because fuck you, give me money. That's why.
Because our fans allow it.
Yeah, but they don't make money from it. Like, it's just this weird arbitrary thing where, yes, I send it, but I have to be near him to lend it to him. I'm like...
It's essentially taking the Steam family share thing, where if you're, like, just not near each other, it doesn't want to work, to the extreme.
Yeah. But I swear I sent Mario Brothers Wonder to my brother without being near him.
Well, you're same region.
I wonder if it's because you're in another country, it wants me to be near you.
Yeah, probably.
Because with my brother, I just sent him Wonder. It didn't say, hey, just switch near him now. I just sent it.
Yeah, it's probably region locked. Or the first time you need to be is what Machine XP says in chat. I don't know.
Isn't it just the first time you need to be? I don't know. I don't remember having to go near my brother to send a game to him.
But
maybe
you know what?
Maybe my dementia's kicked in and I've just forgotten.
Speaking of brothers, there's a game that came out that everyone thought was co-op and isn't for the most part. It's called God of War, Sons of Sparta. And man, I really think this new camera setup's going to have to go. It covers way too much.
No, it's good.
For any game that's on the lower half of the screen, it's mostly blocked. All you're seeing is the ceiling. Who gives a shit about that?
It's fine.
It's not. It's too big. Yeah, God of War, Sons of Sparta, $30 PlayStation 5 action game that is kind of almost barely a Metroidvania. It's mostly just focused on the combat. Even though it is single button combat, it does eventually get complicated enough to be pretty fun. I don't think it looks particularly inspired, though the animations are very good. Though some of the talking, like when people are talking, their hands are moving like a 5,000 miles an hour. It looks really weird. It's okay. It's not bad. It's also not great. It's fine. It has a few cardinal sins, Nick, that will drive you insane. You can never skip cutscenes. Cutscenes replay every boss attempt.
No. You can skip the cutscenes, I've discovered.
Oh, how? Tell me.
There's a setting. It's a setting.
Okay.
You go into the settings, and there's literally a setting called skip cinematics or skip cutscenes, so you can go off and on.
So you just skip all of them by default. Not like a press a button. Okay, that's annoying.
I have no idea. I just saw the menu option.
I would really need it because I just did a hard boss fight, and it took me like 5 attempts, and I had to rewatch the opening 15 seconds every time.
Oh my god!
It also has the cardinal sin of an action game where you take damage if you touch anything. They don't have to be attacking. You just touch them, and you get knocked back and take chip damage. It's like you can't. It's not when they're attacking it hits you. You can't walk through them if they're not attacking. If they get anywhere near you, including when they stand on a ledge and you need to jump to it, you jump to that ledge, you immediately get knocked backwards and you can't get up there. And it's incredibly frustrating. There's a lot of little errors like that keep it from being like really good. And it's just in the mostly not terrible. The music's really good. The combat eventually becomes fine to almost good. The jumping's not great. There is almost no platforming. The story so far is underwhelming. The voice acting is very obviously grown men doing teenage boy voices with maybe some modulation in it. I don't know. I'll try and have that review out sometime soon. Right now, I think it's got a 7 and a 7.5 on OpenCritic. The one of them really reads like incredibly surface level. I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully people don't lose their shit on me because I think it's just okay.
I'm not going to lie. I was secretly hoping I'd log into my American account and see it sitting there in the account because I was like, I don't know if I want to pay 45 Australian dollars.
You don't.
That's pricey
for this one.
I
was like,
to have this PlayStation, it's my kid's, and so anything I buy, it goes to him. He gets it shared to him.
Yeah, that's right. 45 was a little bit, and then I looked up the deluxe edition because my mate Mashad got the deluxe edition. I was like, "What's the deluxe edition got?" He's like, "Art book and something else." I'm like, "That can't be it."
Yep.
And then I looked into it, and it's got a few other in-game items as well. It does have some in-game items and boosts and stuff like that.
Did you see David Jaffe
he's not
go
happy.
mental?
Apparently he didn't like it. Apparently,
it's like character. It's just it's not a good Metroidvania game. It's an okay action game. And for the people that keep saying like it's a good origin for God of War, I'm like, this does not feel like the God of War universe at all. Like
it doesn't look like it.
Kratos,
just looking at it in
the game, feels more like Bobby Hill than Kratos, and he looks like him. Demos is like super goody two shoes. It's just, and they all have everyone has a super American accent that always throws me off a little bit.
Don't they say all the Greek words really wrong?
They say them all the American way, like Hermes and Calliope, and like, yeah. And I saw
that's how most games. That's how most games say them. But
well, it's very American. There's nothing like Greek about it. They're also very, very fair skinned. And some of the coverage I saw was saying like it's interesting to see the God of War, reminiscing back on these things. I'm like, I'm pretty sure because the whole concept of the game is Kratos is telling his daughter Calliope, who he calls Calliope, that story of his youth when he was like, I don't know, 12 or 13 or whatever, and Demos was like 11 or 12, which I'm pretty sure would have had to have been before the first game, because I thought the whole premise of the first game, or at least the opening, is when he kills his wife and daughter, gets covered in their ashes, and gets the white skin.
Well, the first game, he's
like the very first thing you're on
committing suicide. So he's basically trying to commit suicide because of what he did. That's how the first game literally starts, with him jumping off a cliff. It's
the voices of them from was it Chains of Sparta? Whatever. What was a PSP game?
Yes, but the OG voice actor is narrating it, isn't he?
Yeah, T.C. Carson is the adult Kratos narrating to his daughter, and then young Kratos and young Deimos, I think, are the actors from that other game. But they're all grown men, or they're both grown men. And like I think Jack Quaid voices a character, and you can tell it's like they're trying to sound young and like upping their voices. It sounds a little weird.
When I got told about this game like a year ago, and I wish I could find the episode late last year where I leaked that it was Mega Cat developing it. I imagined something more God of War, as in... So I got told that you can play as Deimos, and I was like, okay, so I'm hoping this is a little more God of War, Chains of... Like, where you've got the actual Chains of Olympus, and you've got the whatevers, and it's... In my head, I envisioned something like Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown, but God of War.
Except there is
that's what I had envisioned.
No platforming in this for the most part.
That's what I mean, and that's what I was... When I saw the reveal trailer, I was like, oh... That's not what I had in my head. That doesn't mean I'm not going to enjoy it, but it's just not what I envisioned when I was first told, hey, there's a God of War Metroidvania coming. I was like, oh... And then you see the screenshot of the DM with my friend where I told him and he got super excited. Like, even he, who is he is a big PlayStation fanboy and wants all the same things out of God of War that I want. I saw him tweeting, and even he was tweeting in a very muted
because it's not bad
fashion about this game.
It's not bad. Like, okay, I just don't think it lives up to what you could have done with this IP in this arena. It feels, and I feel bad to say it, it feels cheap in odd ways, but I don't know that it's cheap. I don't know. It's just it feels fine, and I feel like a first party God of War 2D Metroidvania is something that could have been way better than just fine.
Yeah, I know, but remember, it's not like Santa Monica made this.
Oh no, it's them and Mega Cat because they are listed alongside.
Yeah, Mega Cat made it.
Yeah. But even Mega Cat can make really good 2D stuff with that angry video game, angry 8-bit video game nerd game is like in the mid to upper 80s on OpenCritic from them. But yeah,
I will say though, a lot of the discussion around this game, I'm not a fan of for a multitude of reasons. Like, first, I'm seeing people take a massive dump on the game because visually they think it's not what it should be or whatever. Okay, and then I saw some dumb comparisons to like Metroid Dread.
And I saw some tweet like 2 screenshots. It's like,
yeah, and I'm like, what? Those comparisons are weird. Like, and you know, then the person tweeted it, claimed it was bait, and I'm like, that's not bait. Don't lie and say it's bait. Like,
oh no, bait.
I don't understand. Yeah, like Metroid Dread and like 2 very different developers, and then someone was trying to tell me, no, that person was trying to say how Nintendo cares about the IP and Santa Monica. I'm like,
doesn't sell.
I don't think that's what's happening. Like, that's not what that tweet is. Just full on console warring, making it seem like the Switch is more powerful than the PS5 or some bullshit. It was framed in that way.
Yeah,
I don't know. And there's just... But then I'm seeing the other side of it, which is there are people that are criticizing the game in a very fair way. And then people are like, oh, well, you all wanted Sony to do something different, and they do, and you shit on it. And I'm like, well, no, that's disingenuous as well. Like, there's reason to be critical of this game. That doesn't mean, oh, well, Sony should just give up on doing stuff different. Like, well, no, that's not right. Like the most of the genuine criticism I've seen of this game, not the bullshit criticism, the genuine criticism seems fair.
Yeah,
like the people that aren't being trolls or whatever, what they're saying about it seems genuine. Like, my eye is pretty good for these games because I've been playing them since I was like 6 years old.
I can't really jump up there when he's there. I can only jump up there if he decides to run away because I will hit him every time I try and jump up if there's an enemy on the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And it's also really weird. You have to get like halfway in before you finally get a heal. The only other way to heal is either there are these pillars in the environment that are green you can hit for healing, or you can hold R1 and use your Spartan spirit and then those attacks will give you like 1 hit point back every time. Or you have to then find a camp and then heal. So it just ends up making it a bit of a slog before you finally get your heal.
Again, I haven't played it. I'm just going off what the non-trolls have said about it, because I'm trying to gather information about this game. It feels like, it almost sounds like it feels like Mega Cat couldn't decide if they wanted to go ultra old school or new school, and then they kind of ended up doing a little bit of both, and it kind of clashes. Am I off in that, or does that sound about right?
No, it's almost an old school style one of these games, but then it has a lot, like when I'm trying to climb up this ladder, if he's there, you just hit him. You can't get up, and it's very annoying. There's a lot of little minor annoyances like that that are odd to see, because it's not going for like puzzle platforming. The most of the puzzles are
the reason I say that. The reason I say that is because we have a real life example of this with Ninja Gaiden Ragebound and Shinobi. So Shinobi is full modern, right? Yes, it's 2D. Yes, it's this. Yes, it's that. And you and I have both played both games. Shinobi is modern. Everything about it is modern. Ragebound
is an arcade game.
Is unapologetically old school, but is smart enough to understand the quality of life shifts that have come since
then. That's a fair assessment.
And implements them where appropriate. It sounds like this game couldn't quite nail, oh no, we want to go old school, but then couldn't quite work out what not to retain and what to retain.
It's got
from
a lot
that
of
old
the
school era.
It's got a lot of the old school, like, you have to slow down. But then also the combat's super fast, where there's hardly any time to read if it's going to be a yellow attack or a blue attack or a purple or a red attack, because like certain ones are you have to dodge or you can't dodge, you have to parry or you can't parry, and they're instant. There's no delay to them, so it means you have to stand there, wait, and then hope you hit the right button in the split second it comes, or spam like a motherfucker so they can't ever really attack. It's also got a little bit of the Souls-like, where every time you save and get all your health back, everything respawns.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's definitely an odd mishmash of old and
Mio
new.
does that.
Yeah, but Mio's going
too.
for being a Hollow Knight type game, and I think it excels in going for being that type of game, whereas this one is way more just like an old school hack and slash without any of that really cool, like it's all about parrying, dodging, and attacking in various ways.
I do want it. I might wait for a sale because I'm not sure I want to spend $45 on this.
I probably wouldn't. I did buy it.
That's pricey.
But I bought it
I do want
for
it.
the website. Otherwise, then you get these shield guys who just suck because it's like, you got him in
John,
the back.
Can I buy it for the website, please?
Are you going to do coverage for the website? There's no point. I'm already doing it.
Well, can I get Mario Tennis for the website? I'll stream it.
Nope.
A review and you're in.
Okay. It's already passed.
That's fine.
Embargo anyway.
Yep.
Not
a review within 7 days.
Yeah,
and
not a Souls
got
Blazers review, an actual review in a timely fashion.
What's a Soul Blazers?
You say you're going to do it, and then you never
Soul
do.
Blazers review. We've never seen one of those.
Yeah.
Well, I did Smurfs eventually.
Mate, you did a great job with Smurfs. That's one of the best reviews you've ever done.
I love the new stinger.
Yeah. Like you were, mate, many people would have just gone, Smurfs, not even going to bother. You were thorough.
Jog on.
You
Smurfs.
saw that game through.
That's the only way I know how to review a game.
That's
the only way I know how to review.
And I think that's why
the beauty
I was surprised at that review I sent you guys earlier today, because it's so short and surface level. I'm like, it's barely a forum post.
I'll review Mario Tennis. I'll be upfront and say I don't know how likely 7 days is, but I will review it just like I reviewed
You'll
Smurfs.
owe us the
$110
back if you don't get it done in time.
Whoa, $110
Australian.
No, we'll figure it out, Nick.
That's like 20
But
quid.
we're not figuring it out right now on this show, so don't start DMing me being like, just this is where you get it from.
Yeah, I haven't gotten my $30 yet for God of War.
Yeah. I've got to pay Jesse.
But by the way, I saw. Was it Mort or was it Didact? I think it was Mort in the chat. Was like, I didn't see the first 300 episodes of the DayOne podcast.
I think it was Mort. Yeah.
And we said that last week. We're like, are we going to be episode?
Yeah,
1?
we just said fuck it,
or are we going to be episode 301?
301. We're not losing the streak.
We're not even
Go
a Day One
yourselves.
podcast everywhere because there's a lot of Day One podcasts, as it turns out.
Yeah,
we found 2 others. John and I found 2 others.
There's at least 5
I
on
think
the
what will probably be is this might be the Day One because like it's not just a podcast. It's not just people speaking in microphones. It is a full-on show. So this might be within the next week or two the Day One show.
Why don't we call it the Day One Showcast?
Ooh, that's kind of spicy. I like it, actually. You're not just a pretty face.
I mean, I am a very pretty face.
There is a few things being figured out, but we're close to flipping a few switches now, which I'm excited about. So I should hopefully have some more to share.
Pre-drag to say change it to Showcast.
Yeah.
And then we'll quickly change everything.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
yes.
It'll be fine. I want to respond to this one. Juicy Watermelon Tiff in the chat. Has anyone played No Rest for the Wicked? Jesse and I both have.
Jesse has. I haven't.
At the beginning of its early access period a year and a half ago. And I've been on it, Jesse, like, yo, we should do a hangout stream where we go back into this co-op because it is blown up for Moon Studios. Like it was like fucking selling like hotcakes, and they've had over like 1.5 million players or something nuts now. And people are saying like this whole co-op sphere is really good. I do want to give it a shot. Because I really like Moon's games a lot of the time. So I'm curious if this is like everyone's got their one. Like I don't like Souls-like games, and they've kind of combined Diablo with Souls-like mechanics and other different things. The thing that worries me is that I don't have any interest in cooking or crafting or blah, 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 and it seems like all of that is intrinsic to the game.
Yeah, you know what's
but
interesting
I still want to give it
as
a
well,
shot.
and when I look at it, like it went from having, and man, I love the new Stinger. It went from having 1 to like 4,000 players to bam up over 53K, 63K one day, but it's quickly gone back down.
Yeah, it's new stuff, isn't it? But still, like I really want to. I want to check.
I tried.
It
was still the same thing for me. It just wasn't hitting right for me. It's not what I want out of a Diablo. Like I don't want a Diablo Souls like that also then adds in like breakable shit. Like that was very frustrating. It's like my shovel broke. All right, time to grind out another shovel or whatever it was. Like I didn't hit
really. I got it installed on my Xbox Ally, but I will try. I really
what was that name?
I believe it was the ASUS Republic of Gamers Xbox Ally X Windows 11 handheld gaming PC.
Yes.
It is not a console.
It's not a console. And last game that I've been playing, I don't think you guys have, but honestly, you both should. It is fucking great. Is Reanimal from Tarsier Studios. As you guys are well aware, and indeed, I think during the last subathon that we did, Jesse and I played the entirety of Little Nightmares 2, which is one of my favourites. Was certainly my game of the year in 2021, all the way through in a stream in one day, which was fun. I got to review Reanimal, which is the newest from Tarsier, who moved on from Little Nightmares 3 and have teamed up with THQ Nordic to publish this new one. Very Little Nightmares coded, so if you're a fan of those sorts of games, like you should just stop listening to me. And
have you seen the secret ending?
I am aware of the secret ending, yes.
Doesn't make any more sense than the regular one, but it's really cool.
I have theories and thoughts, but there's a lot to unpack in this, and I don't really want to speak in spoilers, but honestly, this is such a gameplay-driven and experience-driven title. There's no cutscenes. There's nothing to skip. Do you know what I mean?
It is unbelievably inside coded from everything I've seen.
Very, very inside. And inside I gave a 10. Like that was an experience that is just unrivaled, but this is very close. The thing that irritated me, not irritated is probably not the right word, but the thing that knocked it a little bit for me is with Little Nightmares 2 and 1, you kind of understood the story in and of itself. Like, I might not have all the answers as to why the world is the way it is, but I understood that they were going for me I was trying to survive. I get to hear Little Nightmares 2, the betrayal moment. Like, these all had a narrative impact on me. Whereas with Reanimal, while every scene you like come in, you're like, what the fuck's happened in here? And there's some absolutely batshit symbology and moments that occur that I have deliberately not put in the review or even mentioned, because you really do have to go in and experience them. This game is dark as fuck, like unsettling, creepy, probably make you think a little bit about it afterwards. Dark in a similar way to Inside after that gelatinous blob ending. And I just came away utterly enthralled with what they've made, but so full of questions like, what does this mean? What do I do now? Like, is this what happened in the world? And those haven't been answered. And that's where I'm like, I just wish there was a little more. There are 3 DLCs planned.
But there's another $25.
Yeah, if you get the deluxe edition, you get them, I think, included. But I loved playing this, and it's full co-op. And interestingly, they make narrative choices in the same way that they did in previous games from Tarsier. So they will take control away from one of you at a certain point and leave one of you alone, and you're like, whoa, what? They've stuck to their guns and still put a narrative in there. It's just it didn't give me the answers that I really wanted, which just eked it out from a really perfect score for me. But as a video game, as an experience, and you know how I am about experience games, top notch, really solid. And they've made the gameplay really responsive as well. Like, you're far more nimble. In Little Nightmares, you were a bit slow, lumbering. It felt a bit heavy. Like we were talking about Replaced earlier, where you're like, and that's purposeful heavy. Little Nightmares was just like, frustrating heavy. Like, I didn't need to be this heavy. You're a lot more nimble in this. And you're not so helpless either.
And you can play it solo, for anyone wondering.
And yet, you can play it completely on your own. It's just as good. In some ways, it's better because you get to soak in the atmosphere, whereas we're in co-op. I had Kat going, constantly in my ear. But I loved it, man. Like, what a game. Again, another slightly pricier one if you're price conscious. I think this retails at $40 US.
And it's like 4 to 5 hours long.
I completed it in 5 hours, but there is a ton of collectibles and stuff to go in and get. Obviously, if you're using a guide, you can get them the first time around.
So 40 US, which it'll put it at about
190
60 or 70 Australian. So what's this one? Which one's this one? It's not Little
Reanimal
3. My God, I've already.
And
Reanimal.
I've already anywhere, even though it's not in Game Pass.
The name already escaped. I'm telling you, man, that dementia's fucking hitting. Like,
it's coming for you, bro.
It's kind of scary, man.
No, there's also Replaced and Reanimal right back to back. The Rees
there's a Reanimal demo on Xbox.
Yep.
There is, yeah. You can go play it. It's been out for like a month and a half or so, maybe even longer.
Really?
Yeah, Reanimal and Planet of Lana.
Okay. It's, well,
and Replaced.
There is a Planet of Lana demo as well. It came out at the same time as Replaced, funnily enough.
Yeah.
Planet of Lana 2, I should say.
Okay.
I can see the lovely Mr. Badbit in the chat. How scary is it? What if I'm a scaredy cat? I don't do horror games as a general rule. This does have some scary moments.
It's
but
unsettling.
It is more deeply unnerving.
Yeah.
Like, you will come away a little bit shaken. But Tarsier also do some absolutely bonkers stuff that if you've played their previous games, it will genuinely surprise you. And the biggest thing that they've done is this switch up to full 3D. So Little Nightmares 1 and 2 were this kind of pseudo 2.5D where they occasionally moved that camera and gave you a little bit like you're running towards it or back from it, but very rarely. And because of that, controls felt really frustrating sometimes because you'd go to land a jump and it would be just like too far this way and you'd end up missing it. And it was like you just had to kind of take that in its stride. And there's a huge amount of trial and error type gameplay. There's much less of that here, and it's a lot more free-flowing and cinematic. It is just an astoundingly well-made game.
Reanimal has a friend's pass.
Yep.
It does. I could invite you to play it with me, Nick, right now.
Yeah, for free.
Yeah? Go grab it, mate. We'll play it.
Pull
We'll
a
play it together after the show.
Jez
pass.
and just play it the rest of
Grabbing
the stream.
Yeah. You do that, Nick, and I'll jump in and we'll play it while we're podcasting.
54.95 Australian. So that's not too bad.
Grab the French pass, mate. I'll play for it with you.
I did.
Really, really good.
Replaced
really
demo
good.
is coming to console, Trev.
Yes.
It will be there before launch. From at least all the emails I saw that said replacing Planet Lana 2.
Yeah. And it's nice to see a Planet of Lana 2 demo.
I'm downloading that demo too right now.
On a completely separate note, I did play another game, which I completed on my travels, because someone in the chat said, didn't you power up your ROG ASUS Xbox Ally X Windows 11 handheld gaming PC for my travels? And I did. And I managed to complete this game on my flights in its entirety. But I'm not allowed to talk about it yet, so I won't.
It's such a fantastic device, though.
Honestly,
it's
it's frustrating me a little that I can't talk to you about this game. So I will just say that across many things that I have installed on my ASUS ROG Republic of Gamers Windows 11 Xbox Ally X handheld gaming PC, I said that all the wrong way around. I was stunned at how some of them held up under battery load, to the point where this one game I'm playing that I can't talk about was running on ultra everything. Ultra on a handheld in terms of specs. Locked 60. And I played on the handheld for, I think, something like 2.5 hours. Guess how much the battery had drained by? Or guess what was left on the battery?
Life's good. The battery
Guess what was
good.
left on the battery? 2.5
80%?
hours, 70. But that is impressive.
Guess what would have been left on this Switch 2 if you did that? It wouldn't have made it. It would have died an hour and a half in. Or like 2 hours.
Like,
no,
it's not good,
bad.
man. I went through half of it in about an hour of Donkey Kong.
Bad.
I went through half my battery in like an hour and 10 minutes.
We just have an important question in the chat. Darren Cool just wants to know what handheld device that I was playing on. Just wanted to clarify. It is the ASUS Republic of Gamers Xbox Ally X Windows 11 handheld gaming PC.
Yeah.
Well, for anyone wondering, and I feel bad, Oreo is right there. He can no longer be seen, and I hate it.
Oh. We know Oreo's there in our hearts.
They went to tag me, but they didn't put a space, so it didn't end up tagging me. I just happened to see it. Windowed box. Do we know what Playdead's working on? They haven't fully
mostly
revealed
losing
their game
most
yet.
of their people.
Yeah, Playdead sort of imploded. The level designer, or I think one of the designers, went off and formed Geometric Interactive, which are the guys that made Cocoon, which if you haven't played that, is a fucking excellent
good game.
puzzle.
Haven't beat it yet.
Platformer.
The other guy was the other one that wasn't as good, but still neat.
Yeah, he made Summerfield, which was okay.
Summerfield had mediocre gameplay, but awesome ideas.
Yeah, some really cool ideas.
Especially if you can do that puzzle at the end to get the good ending.
Yes. But yeah, there's basically, it's we're an hour into the show, and all we've talked mostly is about video games, and they've all been pretty great, actually, for the most part.
God of War is okay.
You just had to get it in there, honestly. We're never going to live these Xbox podcast fanboys.
So random that you just stuck that in there. We had long talked about God of War ages ago.
You just had to get that dig in for those.
Yeah, he said everything we've talked about has been pretty great.
PlayStation and Nintendo coverage.
That one wasn't great.
Oh, wow. Blaze Blue Entropy Effect, which is a code that I stole, Xbox Play Anywhere.
Yeah, it's in Game Pass, man.
So I can play that on my ASUS Republic of Gamers Xbox Ally X Windows 11 handheld gaming PC device.
Well, that sounds excellent. Is it playable on the ASUS ROG Xbox Ally X Windows 11 handheld gaming PC?
It is.
Stop beeping us out, all right? We're giving the people what they want.
But John called everything great, and I said one thing wasn't great. Sorry.
Anyways, come on now. Let's look to the news.
Something that was Sony and was pretty great.
Yeah, because they had a state of play.
We're going to go straight to the state of play? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was the state of play. Everything was shown there. Woo, stuff and things.
That was the best state of play in a long time. Like, genuinely great. Pacing issues aside, probably didn't need to be an hour. Probably. I reckon you could have crammed that into had they cut the fluff and maybe a couple of the announcements and kept it to a nice tight 40, 30, people would have been like, oh my God, like they would have OD'd. They would have overloaded their brains. At 60, like at 60, it was one of those shows where watching it mostly live, to be fair, while I was at work.
Wow.
It felt at moments it dragged, and then when I went and watched everything back and look at all the announcements, I was like, my God, that was actually like an incredible show.
It was really well paced.
Yeah.
I thought there were moments where it dragged.
The first half hour, super well paced. Then they had some longer segments in the second half that dragged a little bit, but overall it was very well paced, I think.
There's a link in the chat if people want to refresh their memories on everything that was shown at the showcase, at the State of Play, I should say. Showcase is...
Ursula called it a showcase every friggin' time, too.
For me, as far as the actual announcements, like if you just look at it as a list of stuff that was shown, it was incredible. Like, hello, Dead or Alive is coming back.
Me.
I was like...
It's one of my favourite fighting series.
Yeah, man.
I used to really like Dead or Alive.
Smart of Sony to nab Dead or Alive, because that game's always had association with Xbox.
It is coming.
Dead or Alive 3.
Just...
Dead or Alive 3 and 4, both exclusive to Xbox.
They confirmed that it is coming to everything, the new project.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be?
Because obviously Sony still doesn't let them, even on Marathon, they didn't put an Xbox symbol. So, and
I know, but
the way they are, the people always are wondering. And there were 17 of the games shown were coming to Xbox, including some of the, like the Korean.
I would have expected almost all of them. Like, we saw that stupid tweet from PC Gamer that were like, "Oh, John Wick's exclusive to PlayStation." I'm like, you guys can't actually be a fucking professional outlet, can you? Like, were you serious? What? Where are we still in the age of, because this show was at the State of Play, that must mean it's exclusive. So if Microsoft happens to give fucking Halo Combat Evolved to the next State of Play, oh shit, they've money had it off Microsoft.
It did happen with Silent Hill. Silent Hill Townfall is only on PlayStation 5 and PC, but that one was announced 3+ years ago as part of the thing that also announced Silent Hill 2. As only on PlayStation.
Yes, so. and that's Silent Hill. Silent Hill, I can understand Silent Hill having that ambiguity because that franchise has had exclusives in the past.
And it's
associated with PlayStation.
Annapurna's happy to be exclusive on anything. They don't give a shit. They will do an Xbox only, they'll do a PlayStation only, and they almost always then a year or two later go over.
Mm. This is John Wick. Like at no
and
point...
Saber.
Was I watching that trailer going, oh, fuck, is this going to be on Xbox? At no point did that thought cross my mind. I was like, man, I can't wait to get this game on my fucking Xbox because, man, Saber cannot screw this up. Saber cannot screw this up.
They're a pretty good dev.
Oh, they're a great dev.
They are a publisher with a ton of devs under them. So I'm curious what dev, because this is it Lionsgate? The CEO of Lionsgate, I think, had said in a financial that John Wick and another one of their properties have AAA games coming. So we knew they had games coming. We just had no idea who from. And when it says Saber, still don't really know because Saber is insanely big. That's why they have 15 games that are announced right now or something ridiculous.
It is cool. I hope they pull it off, right?
That trailer, I was like... At first, I was secretly hoping it was Slow Clap because, let's be honest, Sifu is already 80% of the way there in terms of having that combat system in place. All Sifu needs to add is guns.
I mean, it makes me think of Spine and what those devs,
and I thought
how they
Spine,
must feel.
Yes, God, it must suck for them because they're a small team that are making what is effectively female John Wick.
A gun fu game,
the video game. But of course, they're a small team, so it's going to be a while till that game comes out. And then here they are, relatively close to the finish line, and fucking...
the John Wick game's not close, though. Announced. It's really not close.
I know, but there would be people who would be thinking of getting Spine and then go, ooh, maybe I'll hold on to my precious dollars and save it for the John Wick game.
More dinero.
Because it's John Wick. But, oh, God. I'm so excited for that game.
We got a little super chat from newly membered and generous gifting of memberships, Mr. Stone King.
Self-membered. Stone King. Can't wait for that AI update to drop on the ROG Xbox LIX. I heard it will happen in March. Also waiting for the PSSR 2.0 update for the PS5 Pro. I hope that drops before Crimson Desert.
Nick, sorry, mate.
AI
you
update.
Didn't read the. I don't know what handheld is he looking forward to in AI.
I read the super chat as it was.
Yeah, but I don't understand what model was it.
He was referring to the ASUS Republic of Gamers Xbox LIX Windows 11 handheld gaming PC device.
The thing is, when you react like this, Jesse, it just makes me want to do it more.
I do have ultimate control, and I can just mute both of them whenever I want. So even if they were to try and say the full name, no one would hear it.
Now, as we're going through this list of games, which was a very good list of games.
Hey, Nick, shut the fuck up. Shut up.
What?
Check your DMs. The person who was so generous to me thinks it's time you got your tennis on.
Wow.
US account. Enjoy. It is exactly what you think.
Oh my God. I just got goosebumps.
I like telling people to shut the fuck up when it's something really nice.
Cute.
So, Nick, please shut the fuck up
lovely.
and go redeem it. You happy little boy.
He still has to do a review.
Oh, yeah,
though.
no,
Can
it
you make
was
sure
definitely you must do a review within 2 days. I'm kidding. He didn't say that.
Why?
I'm kidding. He didn't say that.
Not 2 days.
This was a beautiful gift.
Why tarnish it with work?
I shouldn't have to work for a
You know what else is $70 US if you want to get it? Death Stranding 2 on PC. I was shocked. I did not think it would be 70.
Yep. Out on PC.
Super chat. Thanks for that.
Kevin S is so generous and lovely.
Where do I redeem this code?
Which is good because next month, John, we're going to have to figure out we're doing a subathon for our travel for the year. At some point.
We've got a lot of stuff
probably
to give
early
away.
March. Once the memberships are working on the site, but it has to be before you go to GDC or after. So
yeah, it'll be before, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot announced. I know you were just showing Kenner footage.
Very pretty
as well.
Even,
very pretty.
Yeah.
I'm sad that Ember Labs have gone the exclusive route again.
Yeah, they said it was a partnership though, not just a money hat. Like
yeah, I know the drill.
To be fair, this is the exact same setup as the first game, so there's no reason to believe this won't end up on Xbox much later down the track.
3
years. Oh my God,
so.
it is there.
Lucky boy.
Oh my God.
We had the DLC announced for Ghosts of Yōtei.
Yeah, people really like Legends.
Ghosts of Yōtei Legends.
In Tsushima.
Yep. Coming out March 10th. Yep. Death Stranding 2 on PC. We saw more for 4 Loop, which is coming to PlayStation 5 and PC. This is we saw a bit of this. I can't remember when we saw it. Was it at the opening night live Gamescom?
I thought it was at one of Jeff's things last year for them. Yeah, exclusive PS5 from Bad Robot.
That's the one.
Yeah, it's a PvE like roguish.
I mean, the fact that it's
thing.
PvE, it means it has a chance, in my opinion.
Yep.
Like everyone likes PvE, like PvP. We'll get to that, but yeah, looks interesting.
4 Loop. We're talking about 4 Loop.
Yeah.
The Left 4 Dead spiritual successor, kind of.
Kind of, yeah.
Every time I see footage of that game, the vibe I instantly get is a lot.
Well, there's a lot going on.
It just feels like a lot. The part of the beauty of Left 4 Dead is its simplicity. That's a part of its charm. That's a part of why it blew up the way it did. How simple it is. Hey guys, we've got a lot of fucking zombies after us. We've got to kill them and ward them off. Like that's a part of Left 4 Dead's charm. This game, considering that it's from one of the makers of Left 4 Dead, I'm surprised that, not that they didn't understand that, but I'm just surprised to see them go, hey guys, let's make this spiritual successor that just eschews all the things that made Left 4 Dead what it was and make all these systems and complicated shit and all this stuff we're gonna do. And I'm like, I just found that surprising.
It looks nice, but it does look complicated.
It does. It looks like a lot.
But it's hard to gauge that sort of thing until you've gone like full on hands on with it. And I think that's what you really need to do to get a vibe for this sort of thing. It certainly looked like, yeah, if there's a lot, that means there's a lot to do. That bodes well for a game that is meant to be played for a while, right? Is this a live service title, or is this what's the vibe here?
Everything's a live service title. Now, is it games as a service where it's just constant and that, but that's more free to play? And I don't know that this one's been listed as free to play or buy. Like when you got to buy them, they're live service, but they'll keep getting content like Helldivers.
You can wish list it, so it's a premium game.
Okay, yeah. So I call it live service, but not games as a service, which does matter in the industry. Because it's like you're going to always be working on stuff ahead of time or after launch, but is it all you ever work on again? And you're desperately trying to get enough content. We also, for some reason, got more Pragmata and Resident Evil trailers we don't need. People were really hoping that it would lead to like a demo of Resident Evil, but this will be the one they don't have one. They seem pretty confident.
That was odd, wasn't it? And you know what else I found interesting? Beast of Reincarnation there.
Yeah, with the release date
as well. I was like, wow.
Because Microsoft doesn't sign the exclusivity stuff. They don't care as long as you're part of their ecosystem.
They don't. I found it interesting that like the Xbox Developer Direct was only 3 weeks ago,
and did not have the date.
So it was just funny seeing another trailer only 3 weeks later with the date. That kind of smells of deal was
well.
Made.
It also felt
why
late.
Wouldn't you have just had the date 3 weeks ago?
Like the trailer had the date, but they didn't say the date after. They didn't say that. They just said coming summer on the after the trailer ended. Like they didn't have coming this day, wish list now. Like it felt like that might have been a very late thing. Maybe they just settled on it. Also, August has way too much now.
It could just be that the team and the publisher thought there'll probably be more eyes on the state of play than there was the Xbox Developer Direct. Let's just have a little thing.
Woof.
No, I'm not saying that in a smart-ass way.
3.2 million. I wonder what Xbox said.
It could be that they thought, well, shit, yes, we love that Xbox went deep on our game and we got to introduce the team and show all the work we were doing, blah, 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 blah. But then they're like, fuck, how many people are going to watch?
It is almost three times the views. It's 3.2 to 1.2.
There you go, see? So there's every chance that the developer and the publisher was like, well, there's going to be a lot more eyes on the state of play. How about we do a nice little punchy trailer for state of play and have the date there? Maybe.
Yeah, because when you look afterwards... Oh, no, it does say it. He didn't say it in the voiceover, that's right, but it does say it on the text. Game looks awesome. I cannot wait for it. It's super fast. It's really weird. It is that weird post-apocalypse look that you don't get that often, where it's like you're probably like 10 apocalypses in the world rebuilding, and you have some insane future tech mixed with really old-looking basic shit. I'm super excited for this one. And it's a good time, August 4th, because it's well before Gamescom.
What else do we have? Legacy of Kain, Defiance Remastered.
They didn't show the actual new game there. So there's a new 2D like Metroidvania Legacy of Kain game. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's on the Xbox Wire. It was not so they showed the remaster, which is definitely by Crystal because the graphics are really pretty. But then Legacy of Kain Ascendance with Christ, I don't even know.
Oh my god, as if you don't show that.
It was weird. It was right up on the and both
See? Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking at the screenshots of this game, Jesse, and
it's proper old school.
This team understands the assignment, and this is why again, the genuine people who are criticizing
going after God of War again out of nowhere, Nick.
This is why the people who were criticizing the visuals of God of War were saying what they were saying. If you look at the visuals on Legacy of Kain versus God of War,
I'll get them up in a second for people.
You'll see the difference in terms of how do I explain it?
It's a full cartoon. I mean, the actual game isn't though, but it looks really cool.
I reckon the choice that they should have gone with for God of War is more Lizard Cube. Just go hand-drawn, beautiful art style. Go like Shinobi.
Well, I think one of the main... They've got the pixely characters, but then they have painted backgrounds and not pixel backgrounds. And it's a weird disconnect for me in the God of War game. But like this is pixel characters, pixel backgrounds, but then the cartoon people talking.
This just looks like an enhanced Mega Drive game.
Yeah. And guess what, Nick?
Which is, I assume, what they're going for.
Both of the Legacy of Kain games, Xbox Play Anywhere.
Yes. I can't believe they didn't show that at the actual show. But
I know.
Anyway, that's weird.
And it's on their channel as a trailer.
Yeah, it's weird.
No Aspire on this one, from what I can tell. It's just Crystal.
Going through the list. Now, how amazing was that teaser, though, for Dead or Alive 7?
Jumping ahead.
They didn't even bother showing Kasumi's face. They just zoomed in on her tits. So you saw Ryu there, and he's doing all the actiony stuff. You see, like, Kasumi's ass, and then they bring the camera around, and you think, well, now we're going to see Kasumi's very pretty face. Nope. Camera just stopped on her tits.
And they're
zoomed in on them.
Ridiculously big, because of course they are.
But I love the fact that they didn't even fucking bother going up to her face. They're like, no, we're stopping on her tits. We're going to focus on those. And that's it. I was like, holy shit. But let's be real. This is one of those rare instances where what you saw in that trailer, you know the game's going to look like that. That's how the game's going to look.
Thank you. I'm only Ricky for the Twitch Prime. No commercials for you for a month.
It is just, it's going to look amazing. I'm very excited about Dead or Alive.
I wonder how far away it is. I'm going to guess a lot.
I really want to play it.
Probably a fair bit away.
And it is confirmed for everything in the email.
Now, one game that intrigued me from this show, and I'm very interested in it, is YAKOH Shinobi Ops. The tactical isometric Tenchu-like stealth thingy.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that game looked quite fucking cool.
You ever play...
I liked... What?
The Mimimi games ones? They had one, Shadow... I forget the
What a
name
mini?
of it.
What a mini?
Mimimi games. They made Shadow's Gambit, which I absolutely loved. It was the last thing they ever made, and then they kind of closed, although they have their... It's a game like this where you are ninjas and various things going around with your isometric camera. I actually have I can request a code for the Switch 2 version, but it's press engine, so you have to review it.
Okay.
Shadow Tactics. That's the name of it.
Oh, Shadow Tactics.
Yeah.
That I've heard of.
Yep. Yeah, that's Mimimi.
Yeah, yeah.
And this is very much in that vein. It's the first thing I saw once you had the cone on everything. Although this is way more freaking gross. And this looks pretty cool and early.
It does. It looks really cool. I actually quite like the look of this game. I found it very, very interesting. I've got a real fondness for games like that. Again, my fucking old manness is just like it's kicking in more and more as I get older. And I'm starting to turn away from AAA more and more because it's a lot these days. So shit like this really vibes with me. Looks very, very cool. I thought it was a Tenchu game at first, and then all of a sudden it switched to that isometric view, and I was like, oh, holy shit.
Yeah, they mentioned Tenchu in it, so it might have been someone from the From Software teams that did those, or whoever did it. I forget. You can get in a box, go full Solid Snake. But
then it has moments where when you do an assassination, it zooms in, right?
Seems like? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little janky, but that's fine.
Looks
I
cool.
highly recommend
really
Shadow's
good.
Gambit to anyone that can ever play that game. It's amazing. It is an amazing video
I thought
game.
you said Shadow Tactics.
Shadow Tactics is one of the earlier ones. Desperados 3. So Shadow Tactics was, like Japan. Desperados was the West. Shadow's Gambit was like the Caribbean pirates. Desperados 3, amazing. Shadow Tactics, great, but very PC and hard. And then Shadow's Gambit, like the perfect mix of all their systems and everything.
Okay. I like that game. See, that's the sort of game where you could argue, oh yeah, I'm not sure if this will be on Xbox.
Yep. It's also very early,
you know what I mean?
So who knows?
Yeah.
There's a couple of other little surprises there as well, like Prologue for Neva, which I was surprised to see. Like, I mean, I'm all for it. Too. I really liked that game, but I didn't love that game. Like, very pretty.
I liked it.
It was nice. I enjoyed it. But that's cool. I'll probably play that. Lots of noise being made for Project Windless, which is a giant hench rooster.
Yeah. Foghorn Leghorn's been working out.
Yeah, Foghorn Leghorn's on steroids now, and he's
he's on trend.
That one is everywhere. Project Windless. And I see Windowed Box in chat. Windowed Box in chat says he thinks Legacy of Kain Remastered and Darwin's Paradox have the PC tag in error because they're only mentioned for cloud and console in the blog. Generally, I go with what their store pages are, and I'm pretty sure the Legacy of Kain ones just show straight up available plays on, and that is set by the publisher. Whereas the Xbox blog, they don't seem to always know right off the bat.
Oh, okay. It seems
it's like they don't get told.
Yeah, like it said here, like they describe it as an open world action RPG, but I was getting 99 Nights Musu vibes from it.
It's very Dynasty Warriors. But if you look at the Legacy of Kain game, it just shows both. And it doesn't matter if it has the tag or not, it's what Play With has on it. So if Play With says PC and console, you're normally good.
It'll be Play Anywhere, yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, I was getting very much 99 Nights Musu vibes from it, so I thought, oh, this could be interesting. Giant fucking chicken.
Oh, also, it turns out
Peter
it's
Griffin
Neva.
will be playing this game.
They said Neva in their trailer. And I thought it was Neva.
I said Neva.
I know, I thought it was Neva for so long.
I say never. Never.
Yeah. It really bugs me because in the game, she says Neva, but also sometimes she says Neva. Like, she shortens it, and I'm like, make your fucking minds up, lads. Is it Neva? Is it Neva?
Is it? That is an angry cock.
Yeah. Sorry, what?
It's a big cock, too.
Huge.
You know, we missed, but looks absolutely right up my alley and amazing is Control Resonant, which was earlier in the show.
Sorry, we're still laughing at the cock jokes. What were you saying?
How good Control Resonant looks. How different it looks for them, too. Like, that is...
Yeah.
They've never been
melee focused.
Big, bonker, friggin' very much Doctor Strange MCU world... Souls-like. Like, it is a very different game from the first one, playing as the very boring brother from the first one. Hopefully not nearly as boring. The first Control is amazing at everything except for the story, which is thoroughly mediocre. Like, the vibes, the gameplay, outside of the difficulty spikes, like the random just die out of nowhere. Like, this game looks awesome and very different.
Yeah, it does.
For them.
It looks cool. Yeah,
It
I
does
like the
look like
focus on
Infamous.
melee. A little bit of Quantum Break about it, too. Little bit of Quantum Break about how the movement and how it's all working and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, man, I don't mind the look of this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind that
And
at
how
all.
weird the gravity shit is, where you're just constantly swapping because everything's messed up.
It's got the what's that movie? Inception.
Oh, this is
Almost like an
this is
Inception,
much more
right?
Doctor Strange to me. The way the whole world's folded in on itself multiple times and stuff.
Yeah.
Very
But Inception does that too.
Thank you, Gentle Stone, for the Twitch call out. I don't care if you say no call out needed. I'm going to say it anyways. The Twitch Primes really help.
Now I'm looking at what else was in this show.
The next thing was Crimson
obviously,
Moon.
Yeah, that Crimson Moon was interesting. I thought it was like, when I first saw the trailer appear, I was like, oh, Lords of the Fallen 2, right?
Lords of the Fallen 2 looks... So this looks very UE4, whereas Lords of the Fallen 2 looks very UE5. And this is like... This is interesting. It's one of those things that could be really cool if they pull it off, or it could just feel really old. I don't know. But it is also coming to Xbox, for anyone wondering.
And Lords of the Fallen 2, is that already out?
Nope.
What?
It's out this year, but no. Lords of the Fallen...
Oh, it's not out yet.
The first rebooted Lords of the Fallen only came out in 2023. Which is why it's kind of crazy that 2 is coming out this year.
That is some fast work from those guys.
Yep.
But that's what I thought this was when I first saw it. I thought it was Lords of the Fallen 2.
I thought it was Darksiders.
So,
oh, yeah.
breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
I think, judging from the fact that this is like 15 minutes old, posted by Ensky in the I nearly said Xbox here, Discord then.
Fucking scumbag.
In the community Discord, Layers of Fear 3 has been announced by Bloober Team.
Oh, was that the Switch only game?
I don't think it's Switch only. They've just held a live stream. They've been teasing stuff for like a month or something, and then they've just said to celebrate 10 years of Bloober Team since their first game, Layers of Fear. Here's Layers of Fear 3. They've called it the Sick Rose announcement, and they've referenced a poem by William Blake. And the subtitle is "Some Things Never Leave the Walls; They Only Learn to Wait." Yeah. That's exciting, isn't it?
It's just a weird.
If you're a Layers of Fear fan,
I've never played Layers of Fear.
That guy just coomed after sniffing a rose.
Ooh.
They're slow walk around, walking simulator puzzle games, really. At least from what I played when I reviewed it.
10-year anniversary of Bloober Team's Layers of Fear franchise, I believe.
Because being in Poland, they have to say what they're working on generally at some point. Like, that's why we know they're doing a Silent Hill 1 remake. They've also talked repeatedly about doing a PlayStation exclusive, or Nintendo exclusive. Interesting. They're busy little beavers over there.
Yeah. Good for them.
Now,
last thing we talk about from this show, though, or are we not?
No, there's two things.
Okay, go on then.
So the two big ones for me were obviously Metal Gear Solid 4. So the Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 2, I was so extreme. I mean, deep down, we all knew it was coming. Like, when they had a Volume 1, we were like, okay, Volume 2 is going to have Metal Gear Solid 4.
Volume 2 has two games.
Yes, Peace Walker as well.
And Ghost Babel, which is a little
Peace Walker?
thing.
Yeah, Peace Walker.
Yep.
I was like so excited for Metal Gear Solid 4, and now Twitter is ablaze with people theorizing on how this game's going to be implemented on various platforms. Do they keep the install screens where Snake smokes for 45 minutes?
I think they said they're not.
There has to be a throwback to it, though.
Well,
you can't
they
just
say
not...
a comment on it, but I think because it showed a PlayStation or mentioned PlayStation or something, that they can't have it everywhere. There's a thing going around about it that I've seen.
Yeah, but they've replaced stuff like that in the past with ports like this. Like, it shouldn't be that hard. And surely Kojima would be the sort of person that would have the source code, or Konami would have the source code.
Also, Breaking Insomniac replied to someone asking them on Twitter, Spider-Man to Xbox?
I know about Xbox.
And they said, not likely. They also said it would never come to PC.
Yeah. It's so good to see this game released from PlayStation 3 jail and finally come to Xbox. I will say, looking at the visuals, this felt very much straight up port. Like, let's just get this thing on modern platforms and get it off the PlayStation 3.
That's what the first collection was. They've actually gone back now to the first collection and redone textures and
updated it.
And it's really
so hope
60 gigs on Xbox for that texture pack.
Yeah.
In
so hopefully 4 gets similar treatment. I see Scourge in the chat. I don't get how Nick likes Metal Gear Solid 4 so much. It's essentially the anti-Nick video game. I've talked about this before. This game came out in 2008. So this was just before my aversion to...
Nick had more time.
Cutscenes kicked in, and this game was partially responsible for me hating cutscenes in video games. This game probably was the tipping point for me.
The PTSD of MGS4.
Oh my god, there's almost more cutscenes than video game.
Yeah, there's a 71-minute long cutscene.
Yeah, man. There's a cutscene that's full movie, almost movie length,
yeah,
and
near
I'm
the
like,
end or at the end. Yeah.
But as I've said 100 times with Metal Gear Solid 4, when it lets you play, it's fucking incredible. It's such a good game when it actually lets you play it.
And if you've never played Peace Walker, get ready to hate Paz like everyone else does. She's very
I've
annoying.
never played Peace Walker. I haven't played
She's
Peace
an annoying character. People don't like her much.
But Metal Gear Solid 4 is such a good game. It is. I'm interested to see how it holds up.
But that is nowhere near the game of the show, which came after Darwin's Paradox right after, which is, of course, Nick, Castlevania Belmont's Curse from the devs who made Dead Cells what it is. It's not a roguelike. It's a full-on Castlevania game, and I cannot freaking wait for it. It was game of the show for me, by far.
The visual style was interesting. I'm not sure how I feel about its looks. Like, to me, it sits somewhere in between Bloodstained.
It's not stiff. Bloodstained, I think, really suffered from being super stiff when going for that 3D. This looks tight as shit, just like Dead Cells was.
Oh, it looks tight. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not commenting on how it looks
good.
to control. It looks tight. Don't get me wrong. I'm just talking purely the visual style.
Well, and also a lot of times with this visual style, when it's 3D models instead of pixels, it always ends up feeling slower or floatier. And I think they really avoided that, at least from what we can see.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I don't know yet how I feel about how it looks in terms of purely the art style. I'm not saying it's ugly or anything. It's just I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Shut up and love it.
But I've never been a massive Castlevania guy, so this does look interesting, though. I might give this one a go. But I totally get... I mean, Evil Empire is a great developer. Didn't they also make the Rogue Prince of Persia?
I thought there was Motion. So Evil Empire and Motion Twin were the two that worked together. One of them started Dead Cells, and the other came in and did a lot of DLC, obviously because this game was starting. And then the ones who did all the DLC did the Rogue Prince of Persia, which I thought was Motion Twin. But I might be wrong.
No,
or is it
I'm
Evil
looking
Empire?
here. Developer, Evil Empire.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Evil Empire were the
did-
ones who came in on Dead Cells, and I think Motion Twin were the ones who started it. But they're also the same company. I don't know. There's a lot to it. Or they're people from the original company. I forget. It's all...
Yeah. Look, again, don't misunderstand. I fully expect this to be a fantastic game because Evil Empire know this shit inside out. And if you haven't played the Rogue Prince of Persia, please do because it's fucking incredible.
It's really good.
So I'm not at all doubting that this will be a fantastic video game. I was just curious. Like, if you've played the Rogue Prince of Persia, that's full hand-drawn, animated. Looks
and
like
Dead
a
Cells
real-life
was...
cartoon.
Yeah, Dead Cells was...
Dead Cells was pixel.
Super pixels, yeah.
Where this is like almost like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Oh, Evil Empire was
look.
Brotato. I didn't realize that.
Wow.
Yeah, so Evil Empire
this
and
almost-
Motion Twin pretty much made They came in 2019 to work on Dead Cells with them and made Dead Cells even way better. Like these two being on
Okay.
this makes me real excited.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it'll be great.
And
Just
it's
looks
not
good.
pixel.
Yeah.
It's so Dead Cells is that 3D models look given the pixel treatment, so they look like pixels, but they're not actually pixels.
No, that's right. But this one, yeah, it reminds me of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. If you've ever played that game, I don't know why. It
very
immediately
clean.
reminds me of that. But I'm looking forward to it. And the
one game
last
you-
one, what?
Maybe this is the one that you're going to bring up.
The God of War Trilogy Remake?
No. Okay, I'll sneak this in and then you can talk about God of War.
Red
Trilogy.
That was a
Noir.
pretty big announcement.
It was.
God
We'll
of War
finish on that.
Trilogy,
then.
which I leaked a couple of years ago. That was a big deal. I'm spewing we saw nothing of it.
Yeah, just an announce. Like, hey, here it is.
Yeah.
It's it was the Final Fantasy VII, Year of Dreams thing where it's like we're gonna start up a thing. You'll get the first one in 3 or 4 years, and it won't end for another 12.
It's funny.
Yay!
It's funny. Someone reached out to me and said, "You didn't say remake. You said remaster," which I did. I went back and watched the video and I said remaster, and then I went back and looked at the original DM I got. And in my DM, I'll have to redact it and post it. In my DM, I asked them, I'm like, is this a remake or a remaster? And then they never answer the question. We get sidetracked with another discussion and we never answer the question. But when I mentioned it, I just assumed remaster and said remaster. They're calling it a remake. What I'm curious about with this, the big question here is, some people are thinking this is going to be the original trilogy made to look and play like the 2018 game, and I'm like, surely not. Surely not.
No.
This needs to be the original games to be redone
Just
and
made
look
pretty.
beautiful.
Yeah,
and
made pretty.
Yeah, man. Like
That would be a remaster.
Well, that's why I initially just assumed remaster and called them remasters.
They call it a remake. They're remaking them in the 2018 style.
Well, no. That's not true. Look at Dead Space. Dead Space we call a remake, and that's almost. I would have considered Dead Space a remaster.
But they also did completely rebuild it from the ground up and added a lot of stuff from later games. Like, it's not one to one. But then you look at Final Fantasy, you look at Resident Evil 2 and 3, and 4.
I don't think it'll be like that, because
I think it will.
If you think about the OG God of War games, to completely redo them in the 2018 style, you're effectively making 3 brand new God of War games.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to take 20 years.
Yeah, that's what happened with Final
That's going to
Fantasy
take 20
VII.
years and cost $1 billion.
Nah, I think you're wrong on this, Jess. Either that or you're on a wind up.
That is literally what everyone is thinking right now. And they're hoping it's the old, but a lot of them are thinking it's probably going to be, if they say remake and they don't say remaster, you don't remake it to remake the same game.
I think it'll be remake in the same way Demon Souls was remade by Blue Point. Yeah. I think that's what this is going to be. This is going to be Blue Point making these games the same core game, just like Dead Space, but completely redone to look like it was made today.
I hope you are
style.
Right.
Oh my God, I have to be right, because I don't want to play the 2018 games with. I have no interest in that. I have zero interest in that. Give me what my ideal scenario would have been: God of War 1 and 2 remade in the God of War 3 engine to look like God of War 3. And then God of War 3 gets a touch-up. Better textures, better lighting, 4K, 120.
Gears 1 and 2 and then Gears 3.
Yes. The Gears Ultimate Edition kind of thing. That's what I was hoping for. And then they could have it out a bit quicker. The impression I get is that this is going to be Blue Point's Demon Souls, but for God of War by Blue Point.
But they didn't I just looked it up. Demon Souls is just called Demon Souls on PlayStation 5. They didn't call it remake.
I know. No, I know, but it is a remake.
It's a graphical remake.
Yeah. You are being pedantic, sir.
I'm not. That's always the issue between remaster and remake. Like, the Oblivion Remastered is a graphical remake, but it's the old gameplay. Demon Souls is a graphical remake, but the old gameplay with quality of life touch-ups where they can and whatnot.
That's right, and that's what I'm expecting from this. I'm expecting Demon Souls.
But I would assume that would be called remastered, because you're remastering the graphics by rebuilding them, but not changing the gameplay up a ton. That's always the issue between remaster and remake. The moment you say remake, like a Fallout 3 remake would be making a new Fallout game. It would be insanely expensive because of the way that engine is, and you have to make everything work again in the simulation. So it'll be a graphical remake, but a gameplay remaster.
So then what's House of the Dead remake?
Sega being stupid. But no, that's always the issue. You don't know. Everyone uses it however they feel like. That's the problem.
Everyone is speculating and making assumptions. To me, doing it like the 2018 games makes zero sense, because that's just making 3 brand new God of War games from scratch, which is going to cost $1 billion over 20 years. I don't think that's...
And everyone keeps yelling, well, it could be, it can mean this. And it's like, yeah, it can. It can mean whatever you want. That's the problem. You never know what it means until they show you. It is unlikely. If I was a betting man, I would say Blue Point is giving these the Demon Souls treatment. If I was a betting man, that is where I think this is, and hope this is. Because could you imagine God of War 1, like, and you have that Hydra fight, and oh my God, it's going to be so good. The OG God of War is one of my favorite video games ever.
The depressing thing is that this is where the industry is now, and it's like, this has been one of the big discussions that was at DICE, and it's just like, new games come out, they cost a shit ton, they don't succeed, the studio closes, people get fired, and all these big publishers are just looking back to the past and being like, these chumps will pay up money for a tart up. It'll cost us less, and we'll still make bank because we'll sell it for the same amount that we would sell a new game for.
But
and
I think
don't get me wrong. I'm I'm quite happy to be playing Halo Campaign Evolved, and I look forward to Halo 2 and Halo 3 getting the same treatment. Like, I am one of those gamer fans that, I would like to play the games I loved that don't look like shit anymore.
Yes,
great,
exactly.
Right, great. But the fact that the publishers know that and abuse that knowledge is irritating.
Well, it's like anything, right? The minority ruin it for the majority. So there are times, like, I think remakes and remasters are fantastic because, like Metal Gear Solid 4, they get trapped on old hardware.
And then they can never come out anywhere else.
And then they can never come out. Like, it's even a good preservation thing when it's done properly. Because, I tweeted about how I can rest my PS3 now. My PS3 can rest. It doesn't need to be set up anymore because Metal Gear Solid 4 has now come to modern platforms.
Yeah.
I mean, I say that, but Maximo 1 and 2, I've still got those on my PS3. Capcom, please, like, for fuck's sake, can I just have Maximo 1 and 2 remade, please? Like, seriously, those games would be so incredibly fun with a modern camera system and just, oh my God. But yes, I love remakes and remasters. It's just unfortunate when some developers and publishers ruin it, like PlayStation. Hey, we're going to remaster this game that came out last year. Hey, we're going to remaster this game that's only 3 years old. Hey, that wrecks it for the times when it's warranted. Like Klonoa. How Klonoa was just there, stuck on PS1 and PS2 from 20-something years ago. It was fantastic to get the Klonoa games.
How far away from a Returnal remaster are we?
Oh my God, it'll probably come with a Saros pre-order.
Astrobot remastered.
Oh.
Early next gen?
Yeah, Sony and to a lesser extent Microsoft, because how many times have they remastered Gears and Halo? Sony and to a lesser extent Microsoft have kind of ruined it for everyone else who's doing the right thing. And that's why people go, oh, another remaster, another remake, because everyone just still has that shit fresh in their mind. Last of Us Part 2 remastered, Last of Us Part 1 remastered, fucking this remastered, that remastered. So
at least the Gears one was free if you already bought the previous remaster.
That was something, but when I played it, I was like, wait, this is literally just Gears
Ultimate
Edition. Yeah. Literally just Gears Ultimate Edition. So
was
again, that's the wrong...
But also you do, like if they'll remaster things because the Gears Ultimate Edition was horrible on PC and it was building it for PlayStation. Like fix PC, build it for PlayStation, might as well give it for free on Xbox.
I still think that's the wrong thing.
And they were also to me, decade apart each time. Like it wasn't 3 or 4 years apart each time.
Yeah, I know, but to me, it's more warranted with these 20 and 30-year-old games or whatever to be able to remake them and remaster them. I mean, I love...
I'm with you. I like being able to play these again with all of their shiny bells and whistles, and it's going to be great. And I'll be there. I'll be there day one. But it makes me worry about the broader industry as a whole, and we're just seeing this more and more and more because
it's safe.
Gamers who do it to themselves, like, oh yeah, Black Flag, yep, I'm one of them. Oh yeah, I'm going to buy that. Halo Campaign Evolved, yeah, I'm going to buy that.
Yeah, again though, but we're back at that same argument. Why is it so frowned upon? I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
I'm not frowning upon it. I am one of the people that wants all of these things. The depressing thing is that all it means is a natural conclusion is that we're going to see less innovation, less risk taking because the publishers can no longer afford to do it.
I think we're only going to see less maybe in the AAA space.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Because of how expensive it is. So you're
going
to see a lot more.
Like way less than the extent.
Yeah. To a lesser extent, but I mean, I personally don't have a huge issue with it, because I like the idea that I can play a lot of these old games again, but because they've been remade or remastered or whatever, they now look and play how I remember in my head. Because in most cases, these games don't play that great when we actually go back and play them, like those OG Xbox generation, 360 generation. A lot of them haven't quite held up. So when they get remade like this, it's good because they look and feel the way our memory remembers them. I don't know. Again, maybe it's the old man in me. I don't have an issue with it. The issue can also come with pricing. Sometimes they overprice these games. Sometimes. But in general, I've always loved them. I've never had even remotely an issue outside of your Last of Us Part 2 remastered scenarios. like Sony's overdone it this generation. With Horizon, with Last of Us, they've overdone it a little bit and they've wrecked it for everyone else. And now everyone else is suffering for it, as in someone else announces a remake and people shit on it. Remake. They've kind of ruined it for others, which is unfortunate. I mean, this is Sony anyway. And again, I'm seeing people bitch already. And I'm like, man, really? Like, I want this. I've wanted this for like forever.
Years.
And when I heard it was happening all those years ago, I got so excited. I was like, just pumped because I'm over the 2018 style. I'm just over it. I don't want to do that anymore.
I get you.
I find it boring.
I think you got 3 new 2018 style games to look forward to.
Yeah,
nah, man, you're wrong.
Anything else you guys want to call out from the State of Play showcase? I really
Galactic Racer,
Star Wars Galactic Racer. Yeah,
looks great. Looks great.
Okay, secret mode. You have my attention.
Did you see there was someone on Twitter that was like calling it? They made it look like AI slop, and I'm like, man, do we just say this about everything now?
Apparently.
Like, game has a realistic art style. AI slop. Man, come on. Can we not do that?
It is a bit miserable, isn't it? It looks really fast and
I reckon
fun.
It looks fucking sick. I reckon it looks so good. And I love Pod Racer.
They just had a trailer at Jeff's and didn't give a date or anything. And then they're here, and they give a much better trailer here. I don't know if it had a date, but the trailer at Jeff's was pretty weak and interesting. What's it going to be? And then they have a trailer here, and it just looks amazing.
I will say one thing about this game that's going to be very important, and this game will live or die by it, especially with how the fucking internet is these days. This game can't afford a single frame drop.
Yeah.
Don't bother going for 120. Just make sure your fucking 60 is hard locked.
I think
hard locked.
They've got to know that.
Surely.
Yeah.
Like the way everything in this game is, this needs to be 60. An actual, real, 100% never drop a frame 60.
And every time I lose, I'm going to go, poodoo, like that. And
yeah, poodoo.
Poodoo.
It looks so good.
It looks very cool.
Very, very optimistic about that one.
Yeah, we saw Silent Hill Townfall.
No interest. First Light again. We just keep seeing First Light.
Tōkon Fighting Souls, Saros.
X-Men. We got X-Men finally confirmed for Marvel Tōkon. I will say the excitement around that game appears to be, maybe it's my imagination, or just what my algorithm is feeding me, but I feel like the excitement for Marvel Tōkon seems to be dropping as time goes on.
Well, as people played it, unfortunately.
Well, yeah, I did play it, and my excitement dropped after playing it. Because
the fact that after a year, it's only going to have 24 characters. 20 at launch.
That part doesn't bother me.
20 at launch and 4 in the first year, I saw made quite a few people for a game where you have to always have 4 people, to only have that small-ish of a pool.
Actually, that's a good point. Yeah. I didn't think of that till just now. That's actually a pretty good
4 people, and so while there's a ton of combinations between that, the synergies between them, people find it pretty quick on the meta.
I'm only down on it because I played it and it suffers. I think I've already said this before, but it suffers. This and 2XKO have the same issue. They've simplified the basic control scheme for the people that don't want the Street Fighter style control scheme, the old school tried and true muscle memory into everyone's fucking body control scheme. But then they've overcomplicated everything else around it, all the tagging, all the fucking juggling, and all. They've overcomplicated that stuff. The stuff that actually looks cool on screen that everyone wants to pull off, they've complicated that stuff. And I'm like, no, flip that. Flip it. Go back to the normal Street Fighter style fireballs and this and that and the other, and automate and simplify the tagging and the combo shit. And that worries me a little bit about this game, just like 2XKO. I was super pumped for this game before playing it. Like, I was so excited for this game.
But the worst thing you can say about a fighting game. I was really excited until I played it.
Until I played the beta, I expect there'll be some changes between now and release. And I still want that wireless arcade stick because it looks fucking sick. I'll play it. I mean, if you guys want me to review it, I will.
Yeah,
I'll
we've missed the boat on 2XKO, right? Because that's not done very well for Riot, I should say.
Riot.
No, it hasn't.
Riot,
mate. It's on you, John. You gotta get us. I want to review Saros. John, Nick's going to read this. You got to get us in with the PlayStation. Also, tell them to do what they do with Paris and send me all their hardware.
Yeah, sure.
But I will say Wolverine, it was cool to see Wolverine in Marvel Tōkon and all the X-Men. I hope it does well. Because if it doesn't, you'll just have people screaming out for Marvel vs. Capcom 5.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess, what this was kind of trying to replace. And it's unfortunate because I actually adore... So, this game has arguably one of the most beautiful art styles I've ever seen for a video game. Its entire menu system is the most gorgeous I've ever seen. The character selection screen is genius. In terms of the window dressing... Everything about this game might be the best I've ever seen in a fighting game. It's the actual fighting itself where I'm less enthusiastic.
That sounds like Ark to me.
And I'm hoping that Invincible Versus saves the day. I'll be really upset if Invincible Versus is not that true Killer Instinct spiritual sequel that it looks like. I'll be really upset. But I will do my best to review both this and Invincible Versus if you'll allow me.
Mm-hmm. As long as you get Mario Tennis done by tomorrow.
Not fucking happen. I will play the shit out of it when this podcast is done, though.
From what I've seen,
should I stream it?
Play it for a couple hours.
Should
and
I
you'll be
stream
good.
it?
You can stream. You can stream on our Twitch channel whenever you want.
Yeah. Why can't I stream on the YouTube? Why are you
YouTube's way more annoying.
Channel?
And you should have a nice setup. I don't want to look like other shitty streams. We've got a level of quality. We've got intros. We've got logos. We got names.
So why don't you send me those intros and stuff?
Because that's for me. And then John has his own that are themed for us.
You have to ask Pre-Drag for some fancy animated special Nick show.
On the weekend, YouTube's fine.
Assets.
But depending on the timing, you'd probably be in bed when Amanda does it. But yeah. Saturdays and Sundays on YouTube are normally fine. It's the rest of the week that can be a pain because of notifications.
Now, I think we've kind of spoken about most things that were at that showcase. All in all, though, really solid showing from Sony after a lot of, let's be honest, sort of lackluster ones.
Thank God we rebranded and we don't have to pretend it was bad.
Yeah. Good timing, right? There's lots to look forward to. Like, it's just going to be an absolutely bonkers year of great games. Last one I do want to mention, or last two, we did see a little bit more from Big Walk, which I really do want to kind of try out. It looks like Friend Slot, but a bit more than that.
The drinking bird looking one?
Looking creatures.
Yeah. Looks fun. But we obviously saw the marathon launch trailer. Which is coming very soon. I'm very conscious. We've got a basically a big playtest that we'll get a chance to go hands-on with, so I plan on getting some timing on that. I know that
the review timing is going to be real bad for you.
Yeah. But this is end of March, right?
No, this is like right before you leave for GDC. It's like March 5th or something.
Is it? Is it really? That is terrible timing.
Marathon release date is, in fact...
I thought it was March 29th. Maybe I'm...
March 5th.
Wrong. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's some real rough timing. I'll do my best, people. I'll do my best. I need a crew. I need a multiplayer crew to go raiding the marathons with. Yeah, I think Marathon looks so much better than it did the last time we got hands-on with it.
This does appear to be one of those instances where the developer got a shit ton of feedback and actually kind of implemented it.
Yeah, massively so, right?
And one of the big things that came out of a Chinese preview that wasn't supposed to be said, but people can't stop talking, is it's really hard. Like, it is a very, very difficult game. Very low ammo. The PvE parts are really hard and you want to avoid them. Pretty much whenever you, like, it's got its own flavor and styling and scariness that the first tech test did not have.
So, yeah, I guess we'll be finding out if Bungie's still got the goods. Now, the question is with this one is I could review it on PlayStation 5, but I'm probably, because I've got the choice, I'd probably review this on PC if I was going to review it anywhere.
I think moving forward, a lot of our reviews, depending on how it works, will end up being on PC as they were in the past, because PC Steam code is almost always the first thing available. And we need as much time as we can with how much is coming out.
But
so, like, our list of priorities, Xbox and PC, they're right there. And then because of global region code locking, PlayStation and Switch fall really far down. You would need UK code, John.
Yeah, I know. And not only that, but it's like for anything competitive, I want to play on the ideal setup, which is this ultra-wide.
And what controller do you have?
And my nice Razer Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, like, either way, like, the game is the game. It doesn't really matter.
You should reach out to Razer.
Yeah, but the side parties, it almost looks like a new game. That's how much really change they've made to it.
Yeah.
Drastically improved.
Yeah.
I had some good conversations at DICE with folks. So you might have seen, Jesse, there's a couple of emails going back and forth. So, like, we will get in for the review session, but it's effectively like first to the punch, because it goes live for everybody at the same time. So there's no pre timing here. So really bad timing for me. I'm just going to have to be all in on it for like 2 or 3 days.
Do you have a PS5 enabled Razer Wolverine? Because I think they do make one.
Yes, I do.
That's the one to use. That's the one I want to have for shooters and stuff. I need buttons on the back.
I love the name they used, Server Slam.
And this,
I love that. That's such a great term for what they're doing.
3 hours of battery life is driving me insane.
Yeah, the battery life on the DualSenses is straight up shit.
And my kid was using it a lot for Call of Duty and stuff and Fortnite, and so now it's down from like 5 hours to 3 at the most.
I don't know how Sony needs to work that out, because Nintendo's controllers pretty much have most of the same features as theirs, outside of a couple of things, and Nintendo's Switch Pro controllers have fucking incredible battery life.
Yeah. This thing like never turns off.
Yeah, Sony needs to sort that shit out. Like, pay up and just put a better battery in it, man.
Well, the more expensive one
or find a way to
has a worse battery.
Yes, the DualSense Edge, I just always plug it in to charge.
That's
like,
all the time. State of affairs, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not fucking good. And that's on top of the bubbling of all the rubber.
Indeed.
Very annoying. But yeah, Marathon, good on them, man, because no one thought Bungie was going to turn that shit around. So
nope.
Hopefully
good on
they
them.
have.
Now the question still becomes: is are people going to drop $40 on it and play it and keep playing it? Do you know what I mean? Like, you'll have your hardcore bubble, but will your averages, especially if it's hard, will they jump in and bounce right the fuck out?
I think. Oh my god, Arc Raiders shows that people will pay if the game is good.
That's true.
But now they're also all in Arc Raiders. Will they pay again?
Yeah.
We will see. We will see. I don't think we're looking at a Highguard or Concord situation, but
no, not anymore.
No.
Not anymore. We were at one point. I think we definitely were at one stage.
Yeah, we were. But they've pulled it back
because unlike the Concord devs and seemingly the Highguard devs, Bungie went, "Oh shit! Everyone's giving us the same feedback. Maybe we should listen and implement instead of sniffing our own farts and sticking to our guns."
Yeah. Indeed. And just because we're talking about it.
I was going to say that's actually the main reason I want Marathon to succeed.
Because they listen.
An example for stubborn devs that don't want to listen. Just as that example to say, look, Bungie, hello, who has a bigger name than Bungie and who has the pedigree of Bungie, and even they listen to the feedback.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
100%, man. And I think there's a certain amount of like weird Bungie fandom for that developer in particular. Like they've built, and to be fair, they've built a community around their games, and they're, the whole Bungie.net. I was there in that era during the Halo era, and it was, the fandom was rife, right? Like Bungie, yeah. I think that still very much exists from Destiny.
From Calzells, when it comes to controllers, I'm not buying first-party one from Microsoft until they at least put in Hall Effect. TMR would be ideal. Marathon is looking better, but I still don't like the art style.
Yeah, the art style is very jarring to a lot of people. I think it's really cool.
Really?
But I don't know how cool
it
it is in motion. I.e., how readable is everything, and blah blah blah. And that's one of the things.
Didn't you play the beta?
Yeah, but the game's completely fucking changed. I thought it looked really
visually it's not massively different,
bro. It is massively different.
They changed the lighting a lot.
Everything was so flat and tepid, and I was like, "What the fuck, Bungie? Like your trailers made this look so cool, and it's kind of like come out the other end." And I'm like, "Well," but now I'm like, "Okay, this is looking a lot sharper and a lot cleaner." But we were just mentioning Highguard. Obviously, we mentioned earlier Riot. They did 2x KO, and they had layoffs for 80 people. Highguard. Now the majority of staff have been laid off. And I saw Jeff Keighley tweet, a brutal and sad end for a game I really enjoyed in early playtests. And I'm like,
I feel like saying, dude, you're half the reason that happened.
Bro, you did this.
But it's also weird. This game didn't. So people are like, this game flopped. And then Matt Piscatella is like, no, it didn't. It charted really well on every platform. Like it charted
1.5 million players.
Yeah, it was top 8 on Steam. It was good on consoles, and also they had talked about how they had this whole long plan through the year.
But how many people were spending money?
Yeah,
all of them.
To have all those players,
because time is money.
To have all those players, but how many of them were spending money?
The reason it's confusing to me in a bit is because they repeatedly talked at the event that Ursula went to that they were set up for both. If it really pops off, they've got the server capacity, but if not, they've got a full year plan to try and slowly but surely build a fan base. But then it comes out, and even though it does pretty well, everyone's just immediately gone, and the roadmap's dead. And it's like, Jesus. If even hitting way harder than almost 99% of game releases do isn't enough, then what is in this AA space? Because this is the AA, not beholden to a giant corporation, trying something new, taking risks. AA, super talented devs who now have to go back and start applying to the shitty Ubisoft and Microsoft and Sony corporate jobs that everyone says they hate.
Yeah, and I've said this. I said this previously. Like, you got to look at the environment in which, because a lot of people have pointed out Steam reviews versus all of the media, virtually all of the media were like, this is good. It's not the best thing ever, but there's something cool here.
I didn't mind what I played of it.
Right. But the scenario in which that whole event took place, and even for the creators that came out of that event and said this is good, was, you go into this room and you spend 5-6 hours with a developer on your team, and he's explaining each of the stages of the game, and you go in and then before you know it, because you're in there, you are locked in as a member of the press or a creator that's signed up to go ahead and attend. You're locked in on that to do that for 6 hours. You ain't going anywhere. So in those 6 hours, you're going to learn how to play this fucking game. And the response after 6 hours where you are, oh yeah, I get it now, I'm having fun, is positive.
Yep.
Rewind and you throw that out to the public where you have a tutorial that takes 15 minutes or something and doesn't really massively explain each of the phases. Or worse, people just jump into a game and not know what the fuck they're doing and look at the difference in reaction. And I'm like, in this scenario, Jeff Keighley, he didn't intend it, I'm sure.
He didn't.
But his placement of the game and the expectations that were then placed on it, and then them sticking with their own plan of, no, we're still going to go as if we were shadow dropping it and not say anything until January, signed its own sort of death warrant because
it all just culminated.
In between that launch and then they could have been showing those videos and explaining to the community that might eventually play it that this is what it is and blah, 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 and set some expectations. But by the time a month or more had gone past, it was too late. The expectations and narrative was existing, and you just couldn't climb back from that ever.
Yep.
There was a very good dev
It's
post about how rage culture just makes it so hard. And it's not like proper criticism and proper like constructive critiques are just not the norm. People are generally.
Are you talking about the post from the actual dev from Wildlight?
Yeah.
Look, I read through that post. I'm 50-50 on that post. Like, I don't disagree with most of what he said about rage bait and the hate machine and how it's very hard to turn it around. At the same time, it was very taking no accountability for maybe just making a game people weren't that interested in playing. So
it's like when you try and load up in Halo and you want to play like skirmish or team objective, and then the matchmaking people at like Halo Studios are like, yo, yeah, well, the playlist is there, but no one's in it. No one's fucking in it because everyone wants to go play fucking deathmatch. And then you've got the people that do want to play objective going, just play the fucking objective. And then no one wants to. And then these developers have gone, here's a mode that's just about objectives. Like, it's never just about slaying. And everyone's like, but I just want to kill people.
Yeah.
Yeah, John.
And I felt the same way playing it. I thought this could have been cool as just a straight up team deathmatch. I thought that could have been cool.
Such a shame for them.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but like again, I saw someone tweeting saying, you know, they've been making this game for so many years, and as you saw from that dev's tweet, all of our friends said it looks awesome, and all of our friends said this is never going to flop, and all of our friends said, and it's like, yeah, but of course that's what your friends are going to say. Like, how did no one on this team for so many years ask the question, is this what people are going to want?
And this is the thing, like, I love objective games like this. Like, rewind 10 years, I would play the shit out of this. But I haven't got time for this sort of thing in this kind of world, in this kind of place. And I think it was just the wrong type of game at the wrong era.
I'm not an objective guy.
I love objective modes.
See, I just want to kill people and shoot people. I have no.
But yeah, we are a minority. We are a minority when it comes to gameplay modes. Like, that's why there's the whole fucking buzz line around like Battlefield, like just play the fucking objective. No one does.
And even Battlefield has seemingly lost a
everyone
lot
goes
of
up the
its
top,
player
snipes,
base.
and just wants to snipe you. That's the game.
Because Battlefield was a very different beast than Call of Duty, but then it became a very Call of Duty style of Battlefield, and it hasn't kept its player base at all on console. It seems okay on PC, but yeah.
Again, though, like I said, I think last week or the week before, so much of this game felt gimmicky, though. That was the issue. And when you've got too many gimmicks, like there was the mounts, which were just there to replace sprint. What just happened? I heard a noise.
Thank you, average bearded consumer, for the Twitch Prime.
Thank you.
You know, there was the mounts, which appear on the surface to just be there and replace your sprint. Then you've got the whole pickaxe thing where it's like, oh, you've got to get the timing right. It's like a music rhythm game. Then there's that gimmick. And there's so much stuff in this that was just there to be there. It didn't add anything to the game. And when you've got too much of that, it's going to turn. That's why I was just surprised that, like, at no stage did anyone say, why are we doing this rhythm mini game hacking thing?
Yeah, that was annoying.
Why are the mounts there? Do they do anything aside from be sprint? Like, I don't know. There is something to be said for developer echo chambers.
Yep.
And
that's the other end of the spectrum, isn't it? Toxic positivity, where it's like there's no one telling you, hey, whoa, hold up there. Maybe that's not a good idea.
And it's one of the hardest things about game dev is to get outside opinions because it's really expensive.
Yeah.
But what about inside opinions?
But inside opinions, you only go so far. When you immediately have a million people play your thing, you can never replicate that. Even the most expensive play-tested things get a couple thousand, and you got to pay for it. Like it's impossible. It's an impossible thing to be able to replicate.
Even with I don't know, my limited experience in game design notwithstanding, like even with doing the card game, like when I walked into Gamescom 2024 with that game and was going to test it with all of these people that just the public, I thought everything was going to be fine and we had it all figured out. And we very, very quickly learned we did not. And that public testing was instrumental in actually getting a lot of it locked in. And even now when I play, I'm like, I need to fix that. It's just time and money and effort. And I really feel for them. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I think they've made a good game, but it's just maybe it's not the game that the majority of people wanted, and this is where you end up.
Super chat from Analog AI. Just apologize to Jeff and blame the gamers.
But this is exactly what we saw with Marathon. They got it out there, people could play it, and people went, boy, this needs a lot of work. And they took it and they did a lot of work.
That's right. And this is the beauty of having both Marathon and Highguard there, because they show both sides of the coin. So both games put themselves out there. Both games kind of got shit on when they put themselves out there. Bungie, despite having that pedigree, like if anyone was in a position to be arrogant and insular about their product, it was Bungie. And yet it was Bungie that took the feedback on and actually completely changed the game.
Yeah.
Like, to me, this is... I really hope Marathon is successful, because it will be such a great case study for developers to not be insular and to not sniff their own farts and actually take feedback on board from the people who are going to be buying their games.
Feedback I have for the Xbox YouTube channel is to get on PlayStation's level. The moment every trailer ended during the PlayStation State of Play, trailer showed up on their channel. And only now are some of them showing, like Beast of Reincarnation's launch trailer just showed up on Xboxes a couple hours ago. Like, my God. Unless there's some weird marketing agreement, you guys are very slow at getting the word out there on when games are coming to your platform.
Yeah. Some feedback, Microsoft. Speaking of Microsoft, Xbox is at GDC. In a big way this year. I heard this was going to be the case. They are doing a shit ton of talks, including one from the lovely Jason Ronald himself.
They all confirm everything we've heard, pretty much.
Yeah. VP of Next Gen. He is kicking off with a dev summit. And there's tons of stuff in here. We've got... where is it? Come on, help me out. I'm scrolling through this massive list. Building for the Future with Xbox with Jason Ronald, which is an hour-long talk, and presumably we're going to hear a lot about what their next-gen plans are. I am attending GDC. I will be in that room, and I will be bringing you the latest and greatest on that. There's other things in there about DirectX, getting your PC game ready for Xbox in one day. Which is another, that's Microsoft pushing Play Anywhere in a big way there.
Because I've talked about it before, but the Demon's Tilt dev, he said when he signed the Demon's Tilt Game Pass deal, he clicked the Play Anywhere box and a game just showed up. He didn't do any work. His game just showed up on the Xbox on PC store.
Yeah. So there's going to be some really interesting tidbits in there. There's also some stuff about player management and PlayFab and platform services and bits and pieces like that. All stuff I'm quite interested in, because PlayFab in particular is what we want to use for the back-end networking for Console Wars, the card game, which is hopefully going to do the trick in terms of what we want it to do. Like, I'm so nervous about that, man, because I've already read like bad reviews for the card game, and and this is where I really feel for developers. It really put my position as a critic in sharp contrast, because like, yeah, you work on something for years and you put it out there, and then someone just plays it and goes, "This is fucking shit,"
and they make big assumptions about you and when you made it, and it's it's like, so like we've discussed this ad nauseum before. Like, we always try and be careful in our delivery of critical feedback, and be decent about it. But I just feel for devs in this position anyway. But there's tons in there. So GDC is going to be a big one. Although, interestingly, the conversations at DICE were very much GDC is dead and it's going to 'be over after this one. And we'll see about that. John hates
see if
the
this
people who do stuff. That was for Steak 1024, who gifted a membership to Dr. Dinglenut.
Gifted a sub.
Yeah. And shout out to Scourge666 in the chat, who took my recommendation and started watching Taskmaster, and it is fucking great. It is a real good show. I'm glad you're enjoying it. What else? Speaking of games that have had a big old comeback, is a favourite of yours, Jesse. Overwatch returns with a vengeance on Steam.
I'm tempted to play it, even though I have absolutely no time, and so I won't, because I'm friggin' got a trip this week to do stuff. But Overwatch is back. If you haven't played Overwatch in a while, you probably don't even know that Overwatch now has like mid-run perks you choose, like mid-fight. Like, as you kill people, you build up and you get perks, and then you can have different passive bonuses throughout the thing. And welcome Steak1024, who made himself a member on the YouTube channel. I mean, he didn't
tag him. Why can't I tag him in the chat?
I don't know, but that's cool.
Gifted one out and then gave himself one.
Thanks, Steak.
Did someone say steak?
Yeah, this was a bigger update than Overwatch 2. 5 new heroes, which was more than we got with Overwatch 2. A full the Reign of Talon season for a year, a ton of content. 5 more characters coming during the season. A bigger focus again on story within the PvP matches. Because people quite like the lore and story of Overwatch, and it really pulled them in to begin with. Sentiment around Blizzard is extremely high, as they also, I don't even know if it's in the showrunner, but they did their 4 streams. I don't know if they've done the Hearthstone one yet. If they did, it wasn't a big one. But Warcraft people are happy with. Overwatch people are extremely happy with, and it doubled its peak concurrence on Steam, even though most of its player base is on Battle.net. Diablo 4 has the Reign of the Warlock, where they friggin' added a new class to Diablo 2, the first one in 25 years. They also added that class to Diablo Immortal and announced that it's coming to Diablo 4 when the Lord of Hatred expansion hits as the second class alongside the Paladin. Like, it's people are very happy, as we also get another 666 from Calzells, who says, I'm going to have to try to play more Overwatch in the future because I tend to play very little PvP games recently. And I've been the same. Overwatch has so many characters and changes since the last time I played it that it would be a big ask to get back into it. It's different from like Rocket League. You can jump in and Rocket League is always Rocket League. But Overwatch has changed a lot. And they got big sword lady. They got big metal arm, big booba lady. They got a jetpack lady cat.
The jetpack cat is very popular.
Jetpack cat was an original, like before the game came out, concept art that people really wanted, and they're finally doing it. And if you've ever played Jeff the Shark in Marvel Rivals, they just kind of stole Jeff's ult and made it a little less annoying, which is fine because Marvel Rivals stole most of Overwatch's moves and ults already. It looks good. What? Piece of candy.
No, sorry, I just got a little email that I'm like,
DM me now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Steak just tagged me. Why can't I tag him? Oh, now I can.
He will probably respond, Nick. That's how I got the game for you. He DM'd it to me on Discord.
I'm talking about Steak.
I know, but I'm talking about the other thing. You said he probably won't get the message. I think he will.
Oh, okay. I hope he does. That was really nice.
Okay.
Let's talk about how much we love our patrons.
Well, we will do that, but we've just got a couple more bits to...
Don't worry about that stuff.
Oh, okay.
The Steam Deck sold out everywhere, and gentlemen, we're not going to talk about shit because I can't play the video because it says Xbox Error Presents, but I have made us a name a game. Please join me on buzzin.live. I will get you a code in a moment. Since we're jumping into it, I've got to do it real quick.
Out of fucking nowhere.
Yes.
Yeah, I felt inspired this morning. I'll get you the code in a sec.
Code?
Boop, boop. Yeah, Nick jumped into it instead of doing the last three.
What am I jumping into? I forgot the URL.
Buzzin.
Did we read out Tiberius Monk's? Did we read out Tiberius Monk's super chat from earlier?
Hello, no,
I don't think we did.
Castlevania's back. Let's go. Wonder how Nick feels as a fan of Metroidvania, like Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Thanks for the great content, day one.
I don't think we did.
No, I put it into. So it wasn't a super chat; it was a tip, and I put it into the private chat for you, and you ignored it because you hate our patrons.
I didn't ignore it, but like I don't have it set up for the private chat to be there,
Wow.
so I didn't see it.
Yeah, Tiberius
I see
Monk,
the super chats.
super excited about
the YouTube chat
Castlevania.
there.
Nick, how do you feel as a fan of Metroidvania? Like Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown?
Technically, I unintentionally answered his question.
Because you love people so much, you'll
that-
unintentionally answer them.
Given that it's by Evil Empire, I'm very interested because they make absolutely fantastic games, and I have faith that it will be a great game. I was more curious about the art style, and I wasn't sure whether I liked it or not.
We are not doing a Styx review. No one wanted to. I can't force it on people.
Thanks for the membership, Dr. Dinglenut. He's paid it forward. He got one from Steak, so now he's paid it forward, and now Chambo got one.
I don't have
Thanks
a
for
name
that,
a game
Dr.
set up or
Dinglenut.
anything, so it's going to be pretty boring for people to look at. But name a game, the category this week. We can review these now. Games we are now allowed to review after our rebrand to day one.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't know why that was so hard for you to get, but all right, gentlemen.
How loud is this music, John? Or is it just me?
There. Is it lower now?
No.
Oh no, that's in StreamYard. You can both change that. Just change it in StreamYard, you lazy shits. There you go.
Can we?
There you go. Boom, I did it.
Oh,
It's just the StreamYard.
that's so much better.
Yeah.
That was an assault on the ears.
I mean, that would be for everyone. Here you go. It could be that loud for everyone now.
And John's muted too, so I'll unmute him. Oh, I can't. Okay.
All right.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
Gentlemen, and I'm putting it in private chat, even though it's really easy to understand. Number 1. Ghost Knife Nothing.
Ghost Knife Nothing.
Ghost Knife Nothing. This is a game we can now review. It's pop. John.
Phantom Blade Zero.
Oh, yeah.
I found it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I got to change. I hate that.
Good
The
one.
default is the pop. There. Now we got that noise instead of the pop. I don't like the pop. All right.
Okay.
1-0 John. Oh, I do have the scoreboard. What am I doing? I can put that up. I made the scoreboard again.
Ghost Knife Nothing. Phantom
Hey,
Blade Zero.
scoreboard's back.
Okay.
John is now PlayStation Blue because he is a traitor. All right. Number 2, and we'll get through these pretty quickly, is... Boop, 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 boop.
What am I on the stream? What color am I?
You're red.
Oh.
2 words. Or wait, no. This is 1 word. Compound word. Evening. Crips enemy. 1 compound word. Evening. Crips enemy. Nick.
So this is...
No, that was...
What?
Come on, that was John. He
me.
started talking the moment it dinged. He buzzed, so it tricked me. John.
Dusk Bloods?
Correct.
Yeah.
2-0 John.
I went to say Night Rain. Because I'm like Elden Ring Night Rain because it's made by From, and I got all jumbled in my head.
One of the worst ones I've ever done. In honor of this finally being back, it is... Boop, boop. 1 word. Compound word. Misspelled Garou dash. End of orange that isn't orange. Misspelled Garou. End of orange that isn't orange.
End of orange that isn't an orange.
Mm-hmm. Misspelled Garu. End of orange that isn't an orange.
I'm trying to get the misspelled Garu part.
Who's Garu?
I know what a Garu is.
Garu is a...
Misspelled Garu. And it's a game we can review now. So it's a PlayStation or Switch game.
Starting the timer.
Shit, this is going to bother me if I don't... This is going to bother me.
9, 8.
And I don't want to say
7,
what Garu is, because
6,
then John will get the whole
5.
thing.
You should really know just from Garu, Nick. You should really know it just from Garu, Nick. You should really know it just from Garu. Wolverine. Wolf. W-L-O-V.
Wolf. I know what Garu is.
Garu is Wolf, Mark of the Wolves. Tangerine.
Fuck.
Urine.
End of an orange that isn't an orange.
Like, I didn't say it was good, but it does work almost.
I didn't want to say wolf to him because then he would have got it.
All right. Next one is... Boop, boop. Really stupid. It is Teletubby dash rendered unconscious dash pain in the ass without the T. One word.
This whole thing is one word.
One word. Teletubby hyphen rendered unconscious hyphen pain in the ass without the T. There's not that many games announced that are just PlayStation and Switch exclusives or only on PC.
Rendered unconscious.
9, 8,
Pain
7,
in the ass without
5,
the T.
4,
So pain in
3,
ass?
2, 1.
Ass?
Pacopia. Po. K.O. Pia.
Oh.
I didn't say it was good. I just said it might make sense, maybe.
This man says he was inspired today.
All right, the next one is Hot Guy Returnal. Nick.
Saros.
I was like, can't be that easy.
All right, the next one. Oh boy, I forgot how bad this one was. The next one is, as I clear Nick's buzzer. Liquor in the front. ... At the. You put things in here.
So how many words is this?
5.
5.
I forgot one of the words. Liquor in the front. ... Evening. At the. You put things in here. The remake. Oh. That's a $100 from Kevin S.
What the fuck, Kevin S? You generous
Let's eat
son
some
of a
beans.
bitch.
Kevin, who would you like to eat beans?
So Kevin, can you jump into Discord, please, and check your messages? If you're there.
Liquor in the front end and at the...
Liquor in the front and at the you put your things in here.
No,
John.
no, ignore that buzz. Ignore that buzz.
Wow. Well, Nick, it's a free guess for you now.
Liquor in the front.
Kevin, just let me know who you would like to eat beans. Myself, John, or Nick. You get 2 of them.
Liquor.
Honestly, you get like 20 of them from me. From that, if you want. And I'll die.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Poker night at the inventory.
Sorry.
What?
Poker night at the inventory. It's being remade. It's not on Xbox.
I've never heard of
I've
it.
never even heard of
You've
it.
never heard of
heard of
Poker
it.
night at the inventory? Oh,
No.
beans for everyone. Another $50 from Kevin S.
Oh, fucking hell. Okay. It's bean time.
You've never heard of Poker night at the inventory?
No.
With like Brock Sampson and Strong Bad and all them playing poker and you... Okay, well, liquor in the front and poker in the... that awful American saying. Evening, night, at the... You put your things in here. Inventory. All right. I got...
this is like
No.
I have
orangey...
wet dog or top banana.
I have pomegranate or
suspect that
old
this
bandage.
I really hope
suspect
it's top banana right now.
I suspect that this is either peach or bath or strawberry banana smoothie with dead fish, one or the other.
All right. 3, 2, 1. It's old bandage. I swear to God,
know what
I'm
mine
batting
is.
like
Oh,
I'm batting like
it's top
10%
banana.
on these, man.
It's so banana-y right now.
I don't know what mine is.
Oh, that's great.
It just tastes like bad plastic.
Sorry, audio listeners. I'm delighted.
Okay, but the liquor in the front's probably going to get people mad at me. All right. Next.
I think this is dead fish, but it's getting stuck in my teeth.
Yeah, it's not good. All right. Clearing John's
And it's
buzzer,
not doing great
which was a
things for the
mistake.
ulcer in my mouth right now.
Nick needs a point as well on the scoreboard.
Oh, yeah. Wonder at misspelled Tōkon violent fisticuffs from Software's main series.
How much? How much?
4
is
words.
This? Like 4 words.
Wonder at misspelled Tōkon violent fisticuffs.
I feel like this should be easy.
From Software's main series. We might have talked about this game at length during this show. John for the win.
Marvel Tōkon Fighting Souls.
Yeah.
Correct. All right, and to get through the last 2 fairly quickly, we have Large Trot. Nick.
Large Trot.
Large.
Bigfoot?
We also talked about this game today.
Oh, big walk.
Yeah.
Big Walk.
All right, and finally, we barely talked about this game today. Oh, I misspelled that. Hold on. You guys will be very confused. Be like, huh? Quiet Knoll City Drop. John.
Silent Hill Townfall.
Correct.
Yeah.
There you have it. We did a game show, and we lost most of our viewership. That's why we don't do game shows
We
anymore.
don't do the game show too much anymore.
Just to prove it to Nick, and everyone always begs for him to come back? Absolutely not. This one was just for fun. And to prove a point. Thank you for playing.
It was fun. I enjoyed it. It is that time in the show where we do like to pause for a moment and be like, "Ooh boy, are we
Hit the wrong
lucky
button.
to have so many incredible people looking after us and supporting us here on day one, even back when we were just an Xbox show." Big thank you to
Kevin
everybody.
S. Speaking
Kevin
of,
S.
can you please check your, you're obviously there and you're watching. So can you please check your Discord?
He's
Just
a very
jump
busy,
in-
busy
Just
chap.
jump in on your phone. But if he's physically going in and just throwing
He'll
stupidly
check it,
money
just
at
wait.
us,
Jesus Christ, he's busy. He will check it.
why jump into the Discord and just check your messages, mate?
Does this change the sound of the music for you?
Yes, it's quieter.
And that's loud.
No, it's
There
very
he
different.
is. I just saw the little mobile
That's loud.
logo appear next to his name. You know how Discord has that thing where it might be a moon or it might be just a grey circle. There's now a mobile next to his name. Good. Now, fucking...
Scoreboard, get out of here.
Big thank you to everybody that supports
Okay,
us
good.
day in, day out. We wouldn't be able to do this without you. And a big thank you to everyone who took the news of the rebranding and the new us so well. I did get linked to a YouTube video of this like small channel. It had like 800
Jesus, that's
views.
a lot. Yeah.
Just being like, it's over, man, and almost like talking like we were Xbox or something, and it was very weird.
That channel's used us a lot in the past.
But much like you all took it really well and really wonderfully, so did Phil, who I bumped into at DICE, who congratulated us on the change and wished us all the best, and that we would try and do something later on in the year. So
I feel like there's been such a fundamental misunderstanding of the rebrand. Like,
People
Too many
they
people
all
are
think it's because
interpreting
Xbox
it.
died and not.
yeah, I know. And it's difficult to fully explain to people the real, true impetus of the rebrand. Like, oh, wow. Kevin S. is just sending me a photo of why he's been busy. No, not even close.
If
anything, that would make it. Yeah. If anything, it would make it even easier to be on your phone. That like the baby.
Mm-hmm. I know the other stuff. Yeah.
If we were to reveal the more pressing reason for the rebrand, that's a little bit more difficult to do because
I just alluded to business reasons.
Yes, the Xbox dead Xbox multiplat, that was 2 years ago, and we were one of the main ones that reported on it.
Yeah.
So it was John's Starfield article, and then I tweeted after that article saying, I reckon you're going to see Hellblade 2 at some point too. Guess what? We got Hellblade 2 as well. So we were there. We were at the frontier of saying Microsoft's probably going to go multiplat. So why is it that we're like, we're crying Xbox, so we dropped Xbox?
Yeah,
we were
so
one
dumb.
of the main ones talking about it. No, the reasons for the rebrand are...
shit.
Oh my god.
That was good old Collingwood with $1 to Pet Oreo.
Ah, right. Thanks for that, good old Collingwood. But people are like, you're not going to talk about Xbox. No. Everything is exactly the same. Xbox will still be the focus. Xbox is still all our favorite platforms, despite the fucking jokes. Xbox is still our favorite platforms. We're adding. This is additive.
You're just going to take away stuff.
In the same way everyone started bagging cloud, saying we're not going to be able to play games on console anymore. It's going to be all cloud. No, cloud was additive. We will have additive stuff.
Well, and it's funny because there's not that much that doesn't already come out on Xbox or PC, which we always covered before. Like if something was PC only before, it was fine. This is just PS5 and just Switch 2, which don't have that many things that wouldn't... Like, Switch is the only one that really has a lot. And even then, we're not going to cover everything. Yeah,
but my thing is, we've spoken about Nintendo and PlayStation on this show for years.
Mm-hmm. Oh, people always point to the coverage. You guys talk about all the reviews you do. And it's like,
So now...
That's not changing.
So now we're going to just add reviews for PlayStation and Nintendo. PlayStation barely make games anymore, so that's not going to be a huge imposition.
Xbox shills crashing out.
No, it's
you know what I mean?
True,
That's
like,
just...
I've been saying for 3 years on this podcast that Sony is almost down like a couple of, in terms of pure first party, they were down to like a couple of games a year. Most of the other stuff is third party exclusives that are also on PC anyway. So what difference does that make? Nintendo is slightly different because Nintendo is still fully 110,000% the old school method. So if anything, it's the Nintendo stuff that's going to be trickier to juggle because that's a fair bit extra. Like there was Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong, Hades 2, although Hades 2's on PC.
Yeah, Hades 2 was on PC. I already had coverage and was like, I could have just done it there, but me. It's not a ton more, honestly, in reality. Because if we're doing like 100...
Oh, well, I mean, Nintendo also had Pokemon ZA Legends. Nintendo's had a fair bit in the last 9 months.
But it's not that much more than we already do. Like, you don't... I think you miss a lot, like, Cengiz and... between Cengiz, Gyotso, and myself, and now we add in John more and more. We're almost 1,000 reviews now as a website. Like, adding in another 5 from Nintendo is not going to cause us to break a sweat.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. That's why I was trying to explain to people. Like, it's not going to be hugely different. And it's definitely going to be like, well, we're not going to talk about Xbox as much anymore. Who gives a shit? I found some of those reactions interesting.
It's a lot of the people still heavily tied into the console wars, which we are not. Because we've always all liked everything to some point.
Had this rebrand happen within 6 months of that business meeting, then I would have been like, okay, well now I get why people think we're totally rebranding because of that. This is 2 years later.
Honestly,
it's like it's a long time.
And I have to give a shout out here because I never thought I would. The Resetera thread when that first all that news
was
dropped
shockingly positive.
the first 10 to 20 posts were like, and I jokingly was like, oh, you guys are so welcoming. But then the rest of the thread was insanely positive.
Yeah,
like,
I was surprised. Genuinely surprised.
There was like one person that was like, oh no, it's clearly this, and they just weren't reading the OP. So I corrected them, and perhaps foolishly chucked in a little tidbit that, because they would like I think the thing that wound me up a little bit was one person on there said that Xbox Era was formed from resentment, and I'm like, what? Like we all got banned off of Reseta and ran off to make our own forum, and I said
there
no.
is some truth to that. There is some truth to that.
The truth was
in terms of what?
Well, we formed it in 2019, and we didn't create a forum until we were asked to by the audience. Did we create Xbox Era to have a place to talk about Xbox because it wasn't a very good place to talk over, etc.? Yes,
that's right.
I did say that.
So that's where the resentment element comes from. I've told the story. It was born from that Twitter group DM where we used to complain about how shit it is to talk about Xbox on Reseta. That's where it ultimately grew from.
Hilariously chucked in, did we take advantage of when everyone demanded for a forum? Yes. Did we have the admin of Reseta threaten us with legal action? Also, yes. And then straight away, someone said, oh, whoa, what was that about? Like, on what grounds? And I was in the middle of a reply to say, don't worry about it. Water under the bridge, all of that jazz. Literally, I typed those words, thread locked by the very person. This is turning into console wars, closing the thread. I'm like, yeah, all right, mate.
Dude's the worst, man.
All right, mate. We'll leave it there, shall we? But anyways, hey ho. It was a nice thread up until that point, though. But anyway, let's dive into some community questions from our lovely community because, why wouldn't we want to do that?
Because you hate them?
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, but,
I should get this
about it.
My camera needs to be on the cat. Everyone likes him way more than me. Okay. Nope. I have no way to get him in there anymore with this evil setup. John hates cats.
It's fine.
Okay, so we are on the form first. Okay.
Talk into your mic.
Question.
It's very quiet when you don't.
I am. Look at it. I'm
it's
right,
a
it's
lot
right there
loud.
in my mouth.
I know, but before you were the other way, and it was very quiet. I'll let you know.
Oh, okay.
They're finicky.
First question is from Luke Law. Xbox expansion pass.
And we're right in the way of it, because John hates the patrons.
Were you surprised not to see Avowed or another Xbox game in the state of play? With its impending release on PS5, the Xbox presence at the Nintendo Direct and their push onto other platforms, I halfway expected to see them there. Yeah.
No.
That's a good point.
It's very soon, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but I'm surprised that's actually a good point. I'm surprised they didn't have Avowed there. Just a quick little trailer to remind everyone Avowed is coming to PS5.
Yeah.
Maybe
especially
Sony doesn't
after
want
seeing especially after seeing the Beast of Reincarnation trailer, which was just shown 3 weeks ago at the Xbox show.
Yeah. That is odd.
Oh.
Maybe an oversight. Maybe they're not worrying about it. Don't know.
They're like, whatever, jog on.
Was actually a good point.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. It's Finn. Good evening / morning DayOne crew. Man, I still say Xbox Era, but not anymore. Gotta get used to the new. Hope your holiday weekend is well. I don't have much to say, but you have my support for the rebranding. It can be a bit worrisome for some who came to the former name, but things are changing fast and we got to adapt. Looking at you folks who crashed out, now or never. Hoping to see more and unique content going forward. Can't wait for what's in store. Cheers to all and welcome to DayOne.
Oh,
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Finn.
Well, as we were just talking about, it's focus is still Xbox. Xbox is still our favorite platform.
We haven't changed as people.
Yes, that's again, nothing really at a surface level is changing outside of that name. And again, for the people that think that this is all, it's all because Xbox is dead. ever since Jesse came on board, he has been pushing the I fucking hate Resetera, get era out of the fucking name.
Yeah.
That's been like 5 years. That's been like a 5-year
No one believes
drama
me
with Jesse
out there.
behind the scenes going, get
It's
rid
not
of
drama.
fucking era out of the name.
It's not
Like-
drama.
So for the people that are like, oh, this is just because now Xbox dead. No, this discussion's been going on for like a long time. Long time.
It's just video games. It's just video games, guys. If you enjoyed the content pre-episode 300, good news. Content's going to be the same.
It's exactly the same.
I vastly prefer our new review thumbnails. I think they are sexy as fuck. They just make me tingle every time I look at
That
them.
joke's never going to go away, is it?
Chuck Tingle.
Nick, Nintendo is your favorite console. That joke's never going to go away, is it?
Is it a joke?
Yes.
No.
I started this. I started all of this from the beginning of that Discord that became so infamous.
The infamous Discord.
I've reset
Illuminati.
everything. Is my mic still blown out, John?
No, it's better now.
Okay.
Oh, it's a little bit better.
Still sounds blown out for me.
It's
Alright.
whenever the music's playing, man. It really messes everything up.
So
for you.
the music was playing for a while and it was fine. Is it? How is
Now
it
your
now?
mic sounds fine.
Yeah.
Now
It's
your mic
something.
sounds
It's
now it's
something
fine.
weird with the mixer and having it so you guys can hear things like. Oh, it's not again. I'm replaying it,
Yeah, I know.
but I got to have that up and having the
okay.
music. So maybe I'll try and play the music through StreamYard or something.
Didact Brew. Can you imagine a Resetera podcast? Lol. You know how the Resetera podcast would be? It would be fucking, what's his name? That mod? I've already forgotten his name. They'd just be like, how funny is it that Xbox sucks so much? And that's all the whole fucking thing would be.
Isn't that most podcasts nowadays?
Yep.
Oh shit! Do I not?
About
Fuck! I don't think I have the piano
What's his
music
name?
in StreamYard
Fucking-
somehow.
That's okay.
Transistor or whatever. It's Transistor.
I don't
It
know.
would just be him hosting going, so how about that Xbox? How shit is it? I loved banning all the Xbox people on the forum. Next question.
His avatar has made me hate Michael McKeon.
Yeah. Next question. Sonic SVT Focus. Good day, gents. Ooh, Balatro. I've been
choice.
playing that so much lately on the Republic of Gamers, ASUS, Xbox
It
LAX,
is
Windows 11.
One of my
handheld game,
favorite
PC
things to
device.
play on this Red Magic Astra tablet, which right now
I'm
it's
just
making
fully
sure the
back
podcast
into
looks
it again.
good.
This is a really good question.
Completely back into Balatro again. Good day, gents. I don't write in often, but I've been a Patreon for a while and listen to the podcast and headlines religiously every week. Thanks for that, mate. When listening to your podcast and others, you listen to others as well. Maybe I take back
Fucker.
that thanks. One thing I've heard multiple times is something along the lines of this. I'm not really sure why it was done this way since I'm not a developer. I've heard a statement similar to this from you guys, XB2, and also kind of funny. I was about to say, I've said that.
Yep.
Can DayOne rectify this?
No.
I would love to know why something is done the way it is by a developer. Why do games these days take 5 to 6 years to make when in the 360 era might get done in 2? And I don't mean just having a developer on the podcast, but maybe a behind-the-scenes video with a developer that can show how making certain changes in a game might affect how much more time it would add to making the game. Maybe a series covering different areas of development. Basically, I don't know why either, but can DayOne investigate and let us gamers know something directly from the developers about game development?
I'm going to
That's a
share
really
a video in chat right now
question.
where it's very hard because we did do a very good developer interview with 2 people from Reanimal, and after a full day, it hasn't hit 100 views.
Yeah, I know.
So go watch it.
Like,
It's
so
amazing.
we SVT Focus, we do developer interviews a lot, but often it's not going into the granular. Like, we can talk about lots of things like 4K textures and the need for mocapped animation and different systems and how they interplay together and how these things can cause it all to expand. Plus, improved working environments where many AAA publishers don't crunch their employees, so things aren't done as quickly as they used to be. There's a whole host of different reasons.
Can I also say something that might sound controversial and rude, but I don't intend it to?
Sure.
And I'll use myself and my real life job as an example. Sometimes it's just developer ability. Like, so for example, at my job, I'm kind of trying to learn to code again, which I haven't done for 25 years. My boss is far ahead of me in terms of knowing how to code. So he and I can both do one simple thing, but he does it way faster than me. Apply that to game dev. Some studios will have people that are really, really fucking good at coding and developing, and others will be not quite as good or experienced at coding. So that is sometimes a reason why something takes a long time versus something.
Yeah.
That's just one among a host of possible reasons for stuff to take longer.
What I would say,
and I'm trying to say that without sounding rude or disrespectful or anything.
This can be very true. I think we'll always try and get more and more developer interviews, but a really great idea from Anorexic in the chat is if we get funding for Console Wars, the card game, make a documentary as we go along, self-filmed, of like, how the fuck do we pull this off? Like, what is it like for me to be creative director on a video game?
But Anorexic has made his own games. He's one that could also talk to why something might take longer than something else.
One of the hardest things also for any bigger dev are NDAs, and they're not allowed to talk about a lot of things specifically.
Yeah.
So they'd have to be vague again, which can also annoy people.
I'm just saying, like, there's a whole host of reasons, and those reasons are going to change depending on the game being developed. So I remember seeing a Naughty Dog dev talk about, I think it was a Naughty Dog dev on Twitter, talking about what a big deal it is just to have someone's hand go up against a door frame. Now, to us, that seems like the most fucking nothing thing on earth. It's like, yeah, you're walking through the door, you put your hand on the door frame. Apparently, that's not fucking easy to do. Just to have someone's hand go against and react like there's something solid there. Apparently, that's not very easy to do. And I was like fascinated by the way he was explaining that, or the fact that in one of the Uncharted games, I think they've got a jumper or a jacket on, and like it's actually on the character. It's not like a texture. It's actually on them, and all this, and those things that we just take for granted in a game, and how they're actually the hardest part of a video game.
Isn't all of this just no clip? Isn't that what no clip's maybe about?
Maybe it all comes under the umbrella of no collision or no clip or whatever.
The production company from Danny O'Dwyer, No Clip. Isn't their whole thing giving you these deep dives into how games are made?
Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, like it's.
I don't know.
It takes an entire company that has way more patrons and money and people than us, and that's their whole thing. Is they embed with devs and they give you an idea of how games are made. So if you really want to know, your best bet generally is going to be no clip. Like that's their whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Danny's pretty tall too. Cool. He's taller than me.
Check out No Clip.
Randomly, the biggest challenge for me right now with pitching Console Wars has been that so many publishers want a playable build. And it's like, well, sure. And here's a physical game. You can play it right now. No. They want to see the cards moving around the screen. They want to be able to use the pad or use a controller or use a mouse. And it's a bit of a chicken and an egg scenario because I'm like, well, I haven't got the money to get the developers some work to build the vertical slice or whatever you want to call it.
That's what happened to me when I had that game for ID at Xbox. They wanted a demo, and I'm like, I'm not a developer. Right? I don't have a demo.
So, like, how can I get that until you guys, take the risk? And, well, we're not taking the risk until we've got that. So we're left in this kind of impasse.
Yeah, I know.
So it's going to take a publisher willing to brave that.
At least we have a dev,
I'm learning a lot about, and again, I'm not going to go into too much detail because some of this is obviously, privileged information, but I'm learning a lot about budgets and what I think and what I would suspect, versus what the industry is prepared to kind of look at and what publishers balk at.
Why won't they
and
give
what
us
some
20
projects
million?
really target, and it's a big range, people. Ours is on the low end, right?
I don't know how you could be much lower.
It is a really fascinating journey, and I would definitely put something together to kind of talk about this process once that process is ticked. Like, I would love to, because I think it's really
superseding
really
all other community questions. Grand Benefactor Kevin S in chat asks, will headlines ever go on Apple Podcast?
Yes, within the month. Headlines, along with 1v1 and Sick and Nick's Flicks, will all be podcasts available to listen to online.
Where's Kevin S in the chat?
The way he is on Discord.
Yes. You're looking for
6 letters.
Kevin.
Yeah. Oh, there he is.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Next question.
Yep.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Tiberius Monk. Hello, DayOne podcast team. Congratulations on your first official episode as DayOne. Thanks. May the soul and spirit of Xbox era continue to thrive as you embark on this new beginning on DayOne.
The Earth Soul.
It's not going anywhere, mate. It's not going anywhere. In keeping with the name of the podcast, could you share one exceptional experience you had when buying or receiving a video game on day one? What made that experience particularly meaningful or impactful for you? Also, Castlevania is back. Woo! Take care and ciao.
I'm going to cheat, and it's the buying the Xbox One at a midnight launch and waking up my son when I got home, because he was like, he was 11.
Nice.
And waking him up, and he's just in his underwear, and we just start playing games at like super late, and that was very fun. It was I think I got Rise and I forget something else, and we were playing on
God, Rise was amazing.
Dead Rising 3.
Yeah, I got Dead Rising as well. And I remember playing the fuck out of Killer Instinct. I mean, I've told the Xbox One story before, but yeah. What's yours, John?
I'm going to pick a sentimental one for me as well, and it's the day one release of the Elite Dangerous, like public availability. Everyone can buy it, because my dad and I told my dad about it, and he got fully prepped. And I came round and I set up the flight stick and everything. I was like, "Do you remember when you showed me this when I was a kid on the BBC Micro, David Probin's Elite, from back in the wireframe days?" And just his face, how far technology had come, and just sitting there, we were like, let's find the Panther Clipper, which was a ship he used to play in Frontier First Encounters, I think, or Elite First Encounters, I think it was called. And it was just adorable, and it's just a core, like, nice memory of me and the old man. And he still plays that game to this day. He's permanently
really?
Yeah, he has got billions of credits in game. He's got one of those player ships where you have to have like 10 billion to even buy it, and it follows you around and you can dock in it like a space station. He is minted in it. It's ridiculous.
Wow.
But yeah, it was really nice.
For me, it's the Dreamcast. I'll never forget Ghana EB Games. Day one, picking up my Dreamcast at midnight. Because I had been to a special event. EB Games held like a special pre-release event where they had a bunch of Dreamcasts set up around EB. And they had Sonic Adventure set up, and they had House of the Dead 2 and Soul Calibur. And I remember seeing Sonic Adventure and watching them do the Orca run, and my jaw just being on the floor, being, oh, look at this. This is like, video games will never be better than this.
Except for that game was absolutely terrible.
And Soul Calibur was just...
Soul Calibur was
Soul
the one.
Calibur was mind-blowing, and I just remember taking my Dreamcast home and just fucking... Oh, my God. It was so amazing. I played so much Soul Calibur
my
in
grandma
that first couple of days.
Took me to get it at a... I think it was EB. It was the one on the top store at the Rockingham Mall in Salem, New Hampshire.
It was amazing. I still have my original Dreamcast from 1999. I still have it. I've replaced that battery, and I think the new battery that I replaced it with is already dead, so it's still going every time I turn it on. It's so annoying. The dead LCD battery. It's so annoying. Okay. Next question. Kid 2015.
You let us know this time.
He's put it in brackets this time. I went to say brackets for some reason.
Because you're racist.
Brackets this time. Hey guys. Blizzard just suddenly updated Diablo 2 with a new paid DLC. And there is a strong rumor that The Witcher 3 is getting a big expansion this year. We're already living in the age of revisiting older games with remakes and remasters. Are we at the start where older games get new content regularly? P.S. EA, please give me a new origin story for Dragon Age Origins.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Where it makes sense.
This goes back to the discussion we were having before. I'm okay with this.
People were mad that you have to buy the Warlock because they added, and it's not in the blog post, it's not anywhere, but they added Diablo 2 Resurrected to Game Pass when they had this whole news, and they didn't say it anywhere. But then people are like, cool, now I can play that Warlock. Oh, I got to pay money for it. And it's like, well, yeah, it's been 25 years people who have owned this game. They're not just going to make free content for it. So I'm all for it. As long as it is, obviously it has to be good and not overpriced. And that varies from every game and developer. So I hope so. Why not?
I'm okay with it. Like I know that people get upset, and I mean there's a deeper discussion to be had. We could do an entire podcast talking about the pricing of games. Although I suspect Jesse, John, and I would probably mostly agree, so it wouldn't be a very long podcast. But there's a deeper discussion to be had about game pricing. And I know people say, oh yeah, but games have DLC now and microtransactions. Man, when DLC first became a thing, I thought it was like one of the coolest things on earth.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, I can pay $10-20 and like get more life out of this game I love?
It goes alongside
This is
patches.
amazing.
Like day one patches are amazing because people aren't used to the days where you had to buy a new version of a game or buy a reprint to get this print is the one that doesn't have that horrible bug. Like they can just go in and fix it now. And it's not like games were not buggy before or games did not have issues. They did all the time.
Like, has everyone just forgotten the 17 versions of Street Fighter 2 that would now just be a patch or DLC? Like, Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting, Street Fighter 2 Ultimate Turbo, Hyper Fighting Alpha X Plus. Like, what, you want to go back to that, do you? And like the multiple versions of a game, like DLC and patches and all these, I think they're great. Again, you're focusing on the bad examples which are ruining it for the good, like we were talking about before. Don't focus on the bad ones. Focus on the good ones, which is the majority are good.
Yeah.
But the internet makes you fucking believe that it's all just bad and it's all just shit. It's really not. I love DLC. Oh, but hold on. If they're already announcing the DLC before the game, that means they're intentionally holding it back. No, that's your warped perspective of what a base game should be. Like, you have this warped expectation that every base game should be 100 hours and have all this. Mate, do you forget that we used to pay your $60 and $70 US for games that lasted a fucking hour?
Yeah, and the carts could be 90.
And you would just
like $80-90 sometimes because the actual cart was so expensive to make.
Do you want to know why some developers announce DLC before the game's out? Because that's how games are made now. You have to plan shit so far in advance these days, and part of that is because that's what your publisher wants. Your publisher wants to know how you're going to keep fucking making money out of this fucking game that they're spending $200 million on. How do you plan to get us that fucking money back?
That's the thing.
And
we saw
how do you plan
with
to
Xbox.
make more?
Like every company that's still around at Xbox were the ones who had a good roadmap. Publishers want
Come
good
on, guys.
roadmaps.
I'm a dumbass and I understand this business shit. Like, come on, man. Like, it's not that difficult to grasp a concept. Like, it's not all, fucking they're out just to rip you off. Like, these developers need to, unfortunately, developers are put in this position now where they need to justify their existence by their overlords, sadly. That's why so many people like supporting indies that aren't beholden to these publishers and shit. It's not everything is fucking evil.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just too naive.
It's fine.
Wait.
Yeah, he's just duplicated it, so you're back onto the forum now.
Yeah, I got confused there. I'm like, wait, that question's there twice.
And now in the forum, I can show the questions. So Travis doesn't have to be too upset.
Yep, forum. Jesse Brother. Happy Podcast 301, same day players. Now, I'm someone who hasn't had a Nintendo since the Nintendo 64. A PlayStation since the PS3, or even a gaming-capable PC since Amanda's feminine wiles drew Jesse to the land of oranges and Mickey Mouses. It's just been Xbox for me for over a decade. And you know how old and crotchety I can get about things. But some of my fellow site members need to stop being such miserable, crotchety old bitches. Acting like this site is losing its identity over dropping Xbox from the name. To be fair, many of those peeps are mildly disappointed while still being decent. Speaking of embarrassments, this week's question is of all the previous guests that have been on the podcast over the years, who is the guest you guys are most embarrassed to have had on? Not that I enjoy making y'all uncomfortable.
I don't think I've been embarrassed by a guest we've ever had
We're
on.
most embarrassed to have on.
Well, one that we have had on that we're embarrassed by.
Some of the people in
We were
episode
embarrassed
200.
by and embarrassed to have had on. Gaz.
Hey, it's Alex.
That fucking guy.
Gaz.
I don't
Gaz
think I've
for
been
sure.
embarrassed by anybody.
No. There was a couple of guests I was somewhat not disappointed,
Alex.
but like
I want to be careful because I don't want to actually single anyone
yeah,
out.
I know, and I do want to be careful.
I was joking.
And it wasn't disappointed. It was just there was some guests that I was hoping
It was pulling teeth
we'd
to get them to say words.
Yeah,
That's
to
where
get
I've really
more
struggled. There was one in particular where I was like, this is hard work.
Yeah,
And
like
I'm
there was-
normally
there was-
like pretty good at getting someone to
Yeah.
converse.
There was guests where when I organised to have this guest on, I thought, oh, this is going to be really cool. Like this guy will probably talk about this and this and this and this. And then we got him on and they like barely spoke. And it was like, oh,
And you see them
Yeah.
on other stuff and they speak
Boy.
fine. Like they have a personality, but for some reason they just
yeah,
they were
and that's
very
what I
reserved
mean.
here.
Like you've seen them on another podcast and they talk and they're like, wow, this, that, the other. So I'm like, cool, I want to get them on. So you reach out and you get them on. And then for some reason on your podcast, they don't really talk.
Could just be trying to get the vibes
Yeah.
and then it never really hits. You don't know.
No. Imagined.
Abdul asking
What?
if there was some beef with Paris before he came on. He's like, no.
Beef with who?
Paris.
You and Paris,
Or us in Paris in general.
which is not true. That is funny though. I saw Paris on Gaz's show today and I was like, Gaz was just going on and on and on. And I was just like in the chat like Paris sitting there thinking, this fucking guy. This fucking guy.
I mean, Paris goes in his chat, so why not?
He doesn't come and visit us, does he?
I've never seen him in our chat before.
Maybe he's got beef with us. Oh my god. Right, that's it. The beef wars begin. It's beef time now.
I
We're
don't know.
rusting up a well done steak.
I mean, I see him in other chats.
Wow, Nick is
In
feeling
shows-
excited. You can tell he's for real right now.
I see him in other chats in shows that run the same time as us or later than us.
I wouldn't want to be around Nick either most of the time.
Yeah, Paris has got a point. Anyway, next question.
Hytham G. Before my question, I will say that the state of play is pretty good. Not bad, but pretty good. But this is me asking Nick in general, when Nick was substituted by Deadly. But John and Jess, I know you both talked about it, but you both can chime in if you two like. So Nick, have you heard of controversial games like Carmageddon, Manhunt, Biofreaks, Thrill Kill, so on and so forth of these games I can list, so on and so forth? But do you know in the tip of your head of controversial games that are banned and not banned in Australia or worldwide? And of course you are aware of MK, along with Night Trap, that influence the ratings boards around the world. So yeah, that part about controversial games?
Yeah.
Now,
I hope
I'm lost. Nick, please, could you elucidate us? Could you?
So, Hytham. The only reason this is a silly question is because you know that I'm super old. So, of course, I've heard of games like Carmageddon. We talked about it last week. And Manhunt, of course, like, I famously got a code for Manhunt. How did I get Manhunt? I've got the disc of Manhunt. I bought it on PlayStation 2, and then I got it on Xbox. Yeah, I actually got a code from... Yeah, I think Jason Ronald.
I don't know if we're allowed to say who it was.
I think... Or did I buy Manhunt? No.
No, you were
Sorry,
getting it.
Manhunt I got... No. Jason Ronald gave me another code. That was 50 Cent Blood in the Sand. I got another fan of our show to buy me Manhunt. I found a way around the international stuff to get Manhunt. So now I have Manhunt digitally on Xbox, but it only appears in my games and apps if I switch my console to America. As soon as my console goes back to Australia, it disappears from my games and apps.
Wow.
Because it's completely banned in Australia, Manhunt. It like I have the disc, and that would be a massive collector's item because that game does not exist in Australia. Biofreaks I've never heard of, or Thrill Kill. But yeah, Australia's ratings board isn't as bad as it once was, but it's still a bit shit.
Now, to add to his question, Hytham in the chat.
Nick, you are never old. Don't say that. And yes, the game version for the PlayStation 2, for what I remember, John.
Yeah, The Punisher was never banned in the UK in 2004. It was just heavily censored.
I am, mate. I am old. I'm very old. I'm doing my best to stay young. Doing my very, very best.
You injecting
to
your
stay
son's
as young
blood
as possible.
like that guy was?
No, I'm not injecting anything, but I do take some stuff. Like a thing called NAD+. I've been taking for about a year.
Nick and his nads.
To try and maintain my youthful appearance.
You getting Botox? Go the Millie Bobby Brown route?
No, I've attempted to get Botox, but I haven't yet because I don't like needles. I also work out 5 or 6 days a week, drink a shit ton of water. Like water is very good for your skin. As you can tell, I don't get a ton of sun, so that's also good for your skin. I also like to think and act young. I know that sounds silly, but I think there's something to that. And, of course, the big one, genetics. Can't ever forget genetics. Like, that can be a powerful weapon
from
or your
Hytham in
biggest
chat.
downfall.
But Hitler's moustache was censored in the Germany version of Wolfenstein 2.
Thought I'd throw that in there.
Grand Theft Auto is also controversial.
Very. It was controversial back in Australia when it came out too. P.S. I should ask this question on your Gen's 300 episode instead of talking about Fallout TV series. That could have been today's episode. But hey, the past is the past, so let's move along. PSS. Is it PSS or PPS?
PPS.
That's what I thought.
Postscript.
Yeah. Happy Valentine's Day to the channel. I love and I hope you gents had a good Valentine's Day holiday with your loved ones. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Hytham.
My wife and I went out for breakfast and had nice pancakes with berry compote and ice cream.
I made my missus cook jambalaya, and it was delicious and very hot.
Okay. Cool.
We had Amanda's dad come over, and he bought us Chinese food.
Nice.
Nice.
And we watched the Olympics. Team USA.
Yeah, I've
won
been
in
watching
hockey.
that too. Oh, that's cool.
Mine's... Oh,
Oh, wow. Well,
They just fall out of your hands.
is that a high on life one as well?
yeah, I got one for the first game. He got one for the second. This code is already
How do I
used
get
as
one?
far as I know. You go to fucking Gamescom.
Oh, you have to be cool.
Or John got it sent to him. I went to Gamescom. You can try
But
that
I'm
code
the
on Steam.
coolest.
That code is probably used. I've shown it off like 12 times.
Oh, okay. Next question. 99 Rugen. Hello, everyone. I was hoping to get an answer to my question from last week that went unanswered. Yeah, I feel bad about that. The discussion turned into a BioWare acquisition topic instead. Well, that's your fault for always bringing up acquisitions. I did get a response from Jesse in the comments, but I'd like to hear your opinion on it. The question was, which crossover would you prefer? Crash, Spyro, and Banjo-Kazooie, or id Software games, Halo, Gears, COD, and Dead Space? Yes, I'm including the latter because I think Xbox will buy it off EA. To clarify, I'd want the first one as a true platform crossover, and the second one third-person action game with horror elements. Look, if we're talking about Xbox buying IPs off EA... look, I'm only joking. I'm not going to get sidetracked by acquisitions again. Look, I have no connection to Crash or Spyro.
Yeah,
None.
same.
So that crossover does nothing for me. I'm more focused on the Halo, Gears, Doom
Crash
crossover.
Crash was never really good. Spyro was pretty good, but for kids. And Banjo was pretty good. But all of the other games are all good.
Banjo's incredible and superior to Mario 64.
That's not that hard when you go back and play them both.
Spyro, I've never touched the Spyro game, so I couldn't
They're
talk.
all right.
Crash 3 was okay. I didn't mind Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. The first Crash is a bit overrated.
Oh yeah, and didn't he ask like 5 questions? So we answered all the other ones. I don't feel that bad.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he did ask 5 questions, to be fair. That's true. So yeah, for me the focus is on the Doom, Halo. Doom and Halo especially. I reckon that could work. Yeah. I reckon that could easily work. Even narratively, you could find a way to sort of trip over and fall into that. Narratively. More so Doom appearing in Halo's universe as opposed to the other way around, because Doom deals with like hell and portals and this and that and the other, so you could find a way where the Doomslayer ends up in the Halo verse. More so than the others. COD,
Then you mix in Dead Space also gets mixed with that horror movie that had them go to another dimension, to hell, when they tried to wormhole travel.
Dead Space could work too.
Yeah.
COD, less so.
What the hell was that movie? Where they try to...
Which one?
It's got Sam Neill, and the spaceship tries to... It's essentially a lot of what Dead Space ended up doing.
Event Horizon?
Yeah, where they try to teleport, or faster than light travel.
I haven't seen that.
They end up in hell for like a split second, and it's kind of scary unless you pause it, and then it looks really silly. But in the moment, and they're flying through, you're like, oh god, and then the rest of the movie's kind of shitty because the director sucks. But
okay. I haven't seen it.
There was some stuff that felt like Dead Spacey in there, and it made me think of that. So crossover that too.
Okay.
Get Sam Neill into Dead Space.
Yeah.
With dinosaurs.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Laura Dern,
Anything
but
with
it's her
dinosaurs.
character from Twin Peaks: The Return. Just mix everything together.
I've not seen Twin Peaks, would you believe? I've never seen Twin Peaks.
Season 1 amazing. Season 2 really varied, but amazing at the end. The movie amazing, and The Return amazing. But you have to have a lot of patience.
Okay.
You got to be in the mood.
Next question. Mort. Hi, fellas. Mort. Wait, did I get that right? Yeah. There is. Sorry, my mouse scrolled down and I got my questions mixed up. Mort. Hi, guys. As a long-time patron, I'm concerned about the change from Patreon to site memberships. Nothing will change, you say. Will John's hatred transfer as well? Or is this a clean slate of sorts? Will patrons like me, Terran, and others be taken off the blacklist? Blacklist?
No.
It would be nice if we could have a civil discussion about this without the name calling and abuse. Thanks, Mort. What's this blacklist? What's the blacklist?
It's a place that patrons rightfully go when they're dicks, and they know who they are.
They're in the yelling from the blacklist.
I'm not aware of
where
this
they
blacklist,
belong.
Mort.
Where they belong.
I would never put anyone on the blacklist.
Well,
hell, I've only got 2 people on my Twitter block list, and that's because they pushed me they pushed me hard to have to go on there.
Well, Mort will be pleased to know nothing will change. My hatred and general dislike for everything will continue.
I mean, think about it logically. Of course his hatred for you guys won't change. We've changed our name.
Yeah.
The level of hatred has gone to the point of changing the name, thereby changing the whole reason you joined us to begin with.
Yep. The ultimate betrayal, one might say.
I was the one that didn't want to change. So, in everything changing, nothing has changed. Do you see how the change changes, but nothing really changes?
Yeah, but you got one guy to cancel Patreon because he thought we were really fighting and hated each other.
Yeah, Abdul just said that now. He said, remember that guy that cancelled Patreon because Jesse was messing with Nick?
That's too mean.
That's what happens, man.
You two and your bickering.
People don't like when you're mean to me, when you guys are mean to me.
I made a funny short about John and he was about ready to quit.
Because I'm such a fantastic person.
Nick and I were having a great time making fun of John and his children, and he couldn't handle a little,
I'm busy hiding behind them, mate. Like, don't need to be reminded, yeah?
I tried to shoot you 4 or 5 times in the UK when I brought my American guns, and you kept running behind your children. Hiding behind them.
Disgusting.
Yeah. God, I was going to say something then. I'm like, fuck, lucky I didn't. I was going to say something then, and it would have got me in so much trouble. It would have got me in so much trouble. Just my instinct was about to take over, and I was about to make a joke, and then I was like, fuck.
You heard this in your head.
Nah, this would have been so much worse.
Oh.
This would have been so much worse.
It would have been this? Please come in.
No. It would have been bad.
Anyone listening to their podcast whilst driving right now, we apologise for the disruption to your experience.
Hey, Siri.
Don't worry, Mort.
Hey, Google.
I've still got everyone's back. And like I saw in the comments last week saying, hopefully Nick still flies the flag for Xbox. Funny how they said that, isn't it? Nick flying the flag for Xbox.
It is annoying. I know people are going to comment. My Xbox is right there. And I know they're all going to say, I only see it.
Because I'm the true Xbox fan, and everyone knows it deep down.
Yeah, you hate almost every game they put out.
All jokes aside, everyone knows that I'm the real Xbox fan. Facts. You fucks. Next question. Didact 3. Hi, fellas. I was watching Shrinking Season 3 and saw a Gears of War ad. I saw that too. Where it's even named twice in it. How effective do you think those are? Are there any particular examples like it that come to mind? I randomly saw recently in a famous soap opera here in Brazil a scene where a character was playing Halo Reach on his phone. It really surprised me because of Xbox's presence here is abysmal. P.S. The state of play was incredible. Lots of games coming to Xbox. Yeah, there's plenty of examples of games being played in shows and movies, and I was really shocked to see Gears of War in Shrinking, because Shrinking is like new. Gears of War hasn't had a game in 7 years, so I was kind of surprised to see Gears of War
Reloaded
being played
last year. But I know what you mean.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like, I think it was what Gears of War was he playing? I can't even remember. It was the son of the neighbor. Like, they've got a son who's like a bit of a deadbeat and like keeps losing his jobs and whatever, and he was playing Gears of War.
The writers are probably of the age where that was one of the big things when they were, in their main years.
House of Cards. What PlayStation game is he playing in House of Cards, Kevin Spacey? I can't remember. There's a PlayStation
Epstein
game that Kevin
Island
Spacey is
Simulator.
playing in House of Cards. I just can't remember what. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the new one by Seth Rogen. They talk about Forza Horizon. They're not playing it, but they talk about it.
Mission Impossible. I think Simon Pegg's character is playing Halo 4 or 5 with a mouse and keyboard before the PC version was announced, like the Halo Forge version was announced. And there's a scene in I think there's multiple one in House where they treat a game designer who's designing some VR game, and like this is like, I don't know, 15 years ago whenever House aired, and there's this whole omnidirectional thing, but they're not on an omnidirectional pad, but they've got like big guns and they're wearing VR headsets and it's all just working perfectly, and I'm just like, this is just so cringe. Like, this is not how games are. Always, that's the thing that bugs me in shows, is when you always get someone pretending and they're like this.
Yeah.
With their pad.
They're
And it's
locked
like,
in.
what are you doing?
Locked in.
The light's not even on and you're just like, fucking hell.
The Longest Yard. Adam Sandler's remake of The Longest Yard from 2005. The prison guards are playing Halo 2. And
Nice.
Unger, who's like their spy. He's a prisoner that they use as a spy to spy on the others. He walks past, he's like, oh, you guys are playing Halo 2. I didn't even know that was out yet. I was like, oh, God.
There was one recently where they literally made a fake version of a real game to have co-op so that the two people could be playing it together. I forget what it was. It might have been Lords of the Fallen or something. There's something else, like a game that does not have co-op, but then they made a version of it faked with co-op for a show or a movie. And I can't remember it, and I feel bad.
I've
Next
actually
question.
seen Gears in quite a few shows and movies. Gears of War specifically.
I wonder
which
if
is
we hear
interesting.
about their shows and movies this year.
Yeah, maybe.
Like they announced, because with movies and TV projects, they get announced right at the off, like, or leaked, like with Wolfenstein.
Oh, yeah. What was playing in Breaking Bad? Rage. That's right. Remember? He was playing Rage 1.
Yep.
I fucking loved Rage.
Oh, it was
God,
a
that game
fake
is
light
so
gun
incredibly
version of
underrated.
That's
Have you played Rage?
Yeah, Rage is great at the very end once you get every power. It's amazing, and then it ends.
Oh, I loved it from the start.
It's not bad from the start, but it becomes legitimately amazing to play once you have all the powers. But then the only thing left to do is end the game, and it drives me crazy. It makes me sad.
The OG Doom vibes that I got from Rage, I can't explain it, but I was playing Rage and and I bought it on PS3 because I didn't want to have to deal with fucking multiple discs. The Doom 1 vibes, or the OG Doom vibes that I got from Rage, don't ask me how because it makes no sense.
Well, I was
But
thinking of Rage 2.
I got such Doom vibes from Rage, and I just enjoyed playing it from start to finish. I absolutely adored Rage. Loved it.
People yell at me
One
in
of the
comments.
most underrated games ever.
I was
One of the
thinking
most
of Rage
underrated games ever.
2. Rage 1 I liked.
No, I'm talking about.
The end of Rage 1
I'm talking about
sucked.
Rage 1.
It was not a full game.
I loved it.
And the same thing happened to Rage 2. Rage 2 was like, it feels good, and as you get every ability, it starts to feel amazing, and then the only thing left to do is go to the final mission once you've got them all. Like, they had no content besides unlocking all the abilities. Killed me.
Still loved it.
I'm talking about 2.
Oh, I haven't played 2. I actually haven't
Yeah.
played it yet.
It's a shorter one, you probably like it, but you get annoyed because it feels amazing once you have everything, and then you just have to end it. There's nothing left to do.
That's annoying.
Yeah.
Rage 1 by id Software is like Doom? Technically, no.
Mm-mm.
That's why I tried to choose my words carefully. I just got Doom vibes out of it. I don't know why. Like, it just... Playing it, it took me back to when I was playing Doom 1. I don't know why. I can't explain it. I really can't put into words why I felt that way. It's not like Doom. So don't misunderstand. It's nothing like Doom. I felt... It took me back to Doom 1, and I can't explain why. It's just this intangible feeling that I had playing Rage, and I loved it for it. Fucking loved it. Okay, second last question. Skedaddle. John, welcome back. How was the DICE Awards? It must have been amazing being there in person, and it was great to see South of Midnight pick up the award for Outstanding Achievement in Animation. That game's visual style really stood out, so it's awesome to see it get that recognition. Did you get a chance to attend the emotional tribute to late Vince Zampella while you were there? I heard it was a really special moment, especially with Phil Spencer giving a speech. And most importantly, has Phil officially forgiven you yet for the upset you caused? Are you still on thin ice?
Yes. I did attend the Vince Zampella memorial, I think is a good way to put it. It was very heartfelt and very well done by all involved. You had Jeff Keighley come up first, then Phil Spencer, then Todd Howard, and then Laura Meal, and they all just told various stories. Here's an anecdote. I don't know if it's been reported in the press, but this is a fun one, genuinely, that Jeff Keighley said. When Vince Zampella negotiated the contract with EA for Titanfall, he requested a clause for a $2 million discretionary marketing budget to spend on whatever he wanted as part of the game being released. And then when it came time to do it, he was like, I want a 50-foot Titan statue at E3 or wherever it was. And they were like, no, we can't do that. And he went, clause, mate. And he got his fucking Titanfall statue.
Just like the Doom one. Yeah. Like the Doom one that we saw at Gamescom.
What an edge.
That would have been sick.
Which was super cool. The general vibe was very, very, it was heartwarming. It was very nice. Some of the speeches were a bit like, I don't want to say PowerPoint presentation-y, but they were auto cue. Props to Phil for not using a teleprompter.
For ad-libbing?
He ad-libbed.
And John, how was the DICE Awards? That was the first thing he asked.
Yeah, it was all very good. The whole
you weren't there.
Event was nice. Well, the actual awards.
Yeah, he asked how was it being at the awards.
Oh no, I didn't actually attend the awards ceremony.
I do think when there's many questions within a question, the first questions almost always get lost.
Yeah.
I haven't even finished the question yet.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I'm just answering my ones. And Phil, as I said earlier on at the beginning of the show, Phil congratulated us on the brand change, and there's nothing to forgive. There's nothing to forgive. Me and Phil are cool.
He only stabbed you a little bit in the gut.
Nick, have you heard anything about God of War Sons of Sparta potentially coming to other platforms? I'm curious if you've picked up any chatter behind the scenes. Rumor mill. I have not. I don't know where that rumor came from. Don't get me wrong, it makes total sense for Sons of Sparta to be on Switch 2. It makes total sense.
Even just PC.
Like, I'm surprised it wasn't announced for Switch 2 because they were happy for Lego Horizon to be on Switch 2. And we know that that style of games performs far better on Switch than any other platform as far as the consoles go. So I was surprised it wasn't confirmed for Switch 2. I personally haven't heard anything. Like when I was first told about that game, which I'm 99% sure was before anyone else. Yes, I am fucking bragging. Fuck all of you. No, that person never told me anything about it being multi-platform.
Yeah. It came from Nate, but Nate said it was like a year old and he wasn't sure. If it obviously had changed. But it was being looked at.
I only heard the game existed and that it was a Metroidvania, that you get to play as Demos, and that it was made by Mega Cat. That's all I had ever heard. And I mentioned Mega Cat on this show late last year, which to that point no one knew who the dev was. So yeah. Last part of the question. Also, be honest. Did you and Jesse make sure John formally apologized to Phil after the chaos he caused, or did you just let him deal with that one solo?
It's all on him.
Yeah, we didn't make John apologize, but we also don't let John forget about it.
Mm-hmm. That's as it should be.
Because it's frustrating to have something as big as getting the CEO of Xbox on your show and developing a relationship with him, only to have that undone.
Yeah.
For no great reason.
Just because I can.
I mean, this one was a pretty great reason.
Was it?
A rebrand, yeah.
We'll find out.
We finally got
We'll
Era
find
out of the
out.
name.
Come back in 6 months.
Was it? So I guess we're going to try and get Phil on for 350, like we did 250.
Or maybe we're big enough we can just have him on whenever. It doesn't have to be tied to anything. We just call him up. Say, hey, jump in StreamYard.
You reckon?
No.
Be nice, wouldn't it?
I doubt that. I think we would very much need a reason.
We'll have to black one.
Hey, we're both at Summer Games Fest. Bam, reason, done.
Yeah.
Last question.
Last question. Good old Collingwood. Just see, he really acknowledges that we're still Xbox.
I mean, like, I always have a special place in my heart for people that will hate watch content. I'm like, okay, man.
Hello, John, Nick, and Jesse. John, have you done an escape room experience?
No, I've only played digital escape rooms. I would like to, though.
Nope.
I liked the escape room game.
I don't know why Jesse's saying no. He asked John.
Yeah.
I can answer anything I want.
Nick, PAX Australia is 9 to 11 of October this year. Will you be able to schedule free time for that weekend? Also, AFL State of Origin, yay or nay? Oh, the State of Origin was amazing last night. The State of Origin was so good, but how fucking stupid was it that Nick Dacos didn't get the best on ground for Victoria?
I won't be able to make it that weekend, and nay.
As to PAX Australia, 9th to 11th of October.
I'm in Greece, mate.
I'll try. It's more about buying the tickets. Like, it's on the weekend, so it's not about having the time to go.
You don't have to buy anything.
You do.
No, you don't. We get invited to every PAX.
Yeah,
do we?
Just
press
say,
outlet.
can I have a?
Yeah.
Can I go, please, as press?
As a
Media
press-
pass.
Yeah, we get it. We always get invited to PAX. We just don't have anyone in Boston or Seattle where they normally are.
Oh, okay.
Nick doesn't do any
I'll
work,
try.
so he doesn't think of doing it as work.
I'll try and organise something. But yeah, I suspect that Nick didn't get the best on ground medal because they didn't want to hear the boos from all the Western Australian crowd when he got the medal. Because there's no way Nick Dacos was the best on ground. Like, that's anyone with eyeballs and a functioning brain knows that Nick Dacos was best on ground. But anyway, Jesse, will you live stream Mugenics?
No. I don't own it.
We didn't get a code for it.
Nah.
Really?
That guy seems like he kind of sucks a little. The dev.
Huh?
One of the devs behind it. They've had some of the people who do voice work in that game really suck. And then the dev's response about it wasn't the best.
Oh. Okay. Do I want to know the story behind that?
He had a guy who loves Palestinian kids and women getting blown up. That's one of the voices.
Really?
Yeah.
Yikes.
It was like, we try to have all different voices in here, and it lets people, blah, blah, blah. I was like,
Oh dear.
I'm good. When you come from the Newgrounds era, playing both sides, super cringe comedy, doesn't always work.
Okay. Yeah.
When you
I've
have
just
a
got an
name,
article up now, I might have to read it later.
Eugenics, it's playing into something that just immediately made me go, huh. But it's supposed to be a very good video game. So, what do you know?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Like, it's rated quite highly. Well, there you go. That's it.
Bob's your uncle.
There you go.
End of
It's
the show.
The day one show end thing.
Day one. Actually, maybe that's what the podcast would be called. The Day One Show.
Someone already said that in the chat.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, early on.
We've got a
I think
lot on
that'd be
next
good.
week.
The Day One Show. And then we can go, that's the end of the show.
Yeah, maybe not. There's a lot on next week, so stick around.
Thursday headlines would probably have to be you and Ursula.
Really? Ooh, you're flying, aren't you?
I'm gone all day.
Did you check your
flying
emails?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
You want to drive her
We'll
insane
chat
and
about
make me fly 2 times in like 2 weeks.
Same, really.
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure some stuff out, but we'll be back on Tuesday at least with some video game headlines and some other things. I think I've even got like a little preview coming for a Felion at some point soon. Can't remember when.
Even though I messaged him in Discord, I also once again want to thank Kevin S for buying me a copy of Mario Tennis. That's amazing. I'm so going to play Mario Tennis as soon as this is done.
Get working on that review, mate. Get those clips captured. Get your Switch clips captured.
That.
What do you mean that?
No, you didn't buy it for me.
Kevin specifically said it's so that you can review it.
If you were buying it for me for work, then I would have.
I do not like this. I do not like how this has turned out at all.
Mm-hmm. I said I'll stream it for the channel. Can I stream it for the channel? And Jesse's like, no, don't touch my YouTube channel.
No, the YouTube algorithm is a dipshit about stuff, but also the Twitch is always there. There's been people on it the whole stream. There's 4 people right there
properly.
I just give you the key and you put that into OBS.
Well, I'm very sad now.
Now I gotta get
Mario.
I gotta get pre-drag. I gotta get pre-drag to do.
You gotta come up with a name. Yeah, you have to have a name.
What should I call me?
A going
streaming?
live screen, an intro, and a logo.
Because coffee related more to me. I'm the coffee guy, but you've taken it now. What are you making that face for? Like, I'm not associated with coffee. I go on about Melbourne and coffee like fucking all the time. Like, I'm not associated with coffee.
It's just a weird thing to claim one of the most popular drinks on the planet as yours.
It is, because it is fucking mine. As far as this podcast and this sphere of people goes.
Here's the perfect name for your streaming show. Me, myself, and I. A special Nick experience.
That might actually be.
You don't have a coffee mug that you can still buy on our website, even though it's got all the old. No, you can buy that coffee mug. It doesn't say Xbox there.
And the image should be like from me, myself, and Irene, but with my face in there.
No, it's you looking in a mirror with a suspicious white liquid all over it.
Yeah, all right, I really need to pee, so let's we'll agree to let you muse on that a little bit, Nick. We'll be back on Tuesday.
On a twist on the name Hellenic Republic.
Yeah, Ladder Ape copies Nick by drinking coffee. It's true.
Oh yeah, Abdul, something to do with fitness. Oh yeah, the Get Ripped Quick podcast. No, stream.
I mean, it's still a video game website.
Yeah.
You can do that on Twitch. Who gives a shit over there?
Yeah, maybe. Anyway, thanks for stopping by, everyone.
Yeah. Thanks, chat.
Great.
It was fun. See you next time.
Ciao for now.